ran into some setup issues here, so hang tight. Whoops. All right, there we go. Give me 1 second. We're going to set up shortly here. Okay. Okay, let me get on there. Switch. Channels. Okay, that's not popping up. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, we're getting this situated. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right. Hi, Shazia. We're just running into some technical issues here. Give me 1 second. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. You'll send a super chat. Oh, you're still at work. Oh, yeah, totally fine. Hi, Joy. How are you? All right, guys. So we'll just give it a minute before we get started here. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for being here and for tuning in. So as we've done, of course, in previous live streams, we'll start with a general love forecast for those who are here, and then we'll open it up to those who are interested in getting your own personal mini reading. Okay, so it's available through Super Chat, of course, but it's also available through other formats like Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Okay, so if you have any questions, let my daughter know. She is the moderator here today. She always is. So feel free to say hello to her. Her name's Cameron, and she'll be more than happy to help you out while the reading's going on, okay? Let's see who else is here. Hi, Ingrid from Belgium. Wow, that's fantastic. And Joy from Finland. That's so cool. I love hearing from folks all over the world tuning in and watching these live streams. It's pretty amazing how we're able to connect with folks globally. So that's always nice. So let's go ahead and give it maybe another 30 seconds and then we'll get started. All right, guys. So hang tight. And since we were having some technical issues, I don't have my fancy scrolls going on, my bells and whistles. So again, if you have questions, feel free to go ahead and ask my daughter Cameron. She'll be more than happy to help you out, okay? Hi, Susie. Thank you for the super chat. Can I have a mini reading, please? Of course. Yeah, so go ahead and submit your information in the comment section, and then I'll be able to do your reading after the general love forecast portion of the live stream. Okay? All right, so I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the energy for those who are here. I'm guided to use my Sunshine and Rainbows deck. Thank you, Shazia. Hi, Lisa. All right, here we go. So I first wanted to do some messages for those who are single, those who are not in a relationship right now. And perhaps you can still relate to these messages if you are in separation from somebody that you care for and love. We've got Virgos in the house. I am a Virgo as well. So it's always nice to connect with fellow Virgos. All right, so let's begin. Let's take a look at the energy for singles. And for those who are in separation, who are thinking of a particular someone, maybe there's a message here as well. So let's grab some insight, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, so our first message coming through is strawberries and cream. That could be someone's favorite dessert. You know, maybe you love that. So it does say love, romance, delicious trysts are in the air when you encounter this love partner. Exploring every inch of each other, this connection will definitely whet your appetite and have you salivating for more. So this is about two people who are very interested and attracted towards each other. The next card after that, we do have Libra popping up. So some of you guys might have Libra representation in your chart. You could be thinking of a Libra. All right, so the scales, the ultimate fairy tale comes true with this love bond. So for my singles, you could connect with a Libra. Passionate, romantic, loves to be in love, will do anything for a committed partnership to thrive and last for the rest of their days. A long-term companion that will offer you a beautiful, exciting life. So this isn't somebody that's just going to want to be in and out of your life or just mess around and get you mixed up in drama. This is somebody who wants to invest their time with you, okay? Let's see what else. Let's grab one more and then we'll grab some tarot also. Okay, so the astronaut, the stars align to bring you an out-of-this-world romance. You'll be floating on cloud 9 with this love connection. Many exciting adventures together, traveling the globe, exploring each other's desires. This love will take you to the moon and back. So maybe you guys end up traveling, or you might meet this person when you're on a trip somewhere. Okay, just kind of minding your own business, and all of a sudden you make this love connection. So let's go ahead and see what else we can learn about this, okay? So I'll start with my Yummy Tarot. And just a reminder, this particular deck, it's actually on sale, I think through the 31st, if I'm not mistaken. It's available on my website, all right? We do have the Star, but we also have the Knight of Wands. So going back to what came through from these cards, again, somebody who's not looking to mess around, right? The Knight of Wands can be a total opposite energy of that, because sometimes they like to play, they love their adventures, they like to have fun, but they're also sometimes not the type of person who wants to commit. And as we can see, the action words right here, they're all about action and adventure. They could be a very passionate lover, but they could also be in and out of your life. And so with the Star card right next to it, you could also attract an Aquarian perhaps. And if what you're wishing for, especially if you're single, is to be able to find your ideal person, you know, especially if you've been hurt before, then this perhaps is the universe leading you towards this person. But you just got to be mindful of the ones that aren't good for you. You know, the people that might have gotten you mixed up, for example, in third-party situations or things like that. Okay, let's see what else. We do have the Ace of Wands, so that's a nice energy. We've got the World card, Ace of Pentacles, so these are nice cards. We've got the Nine of Cups, we've got the Magician, we've got the Three of Cups, I love it. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So singles, I feel things are going to turn around for you. Good luck is on your side, especially if you've just not had the best experience in finding love. You know, maybe you've had your heart broken more than once, and maybe there were experiences where you really felt, okay, this is the one for me, and then you ended up getting hurt. So whatever that cycle represents, it's time to let that go. You know, it's time to focus more so on what you can attract moving forward, because we do have aces popping up here. We do have the Nine of Cups. We've got the Star. Both of these cards representing wishes that can manifest, and then you throw the Magician into the mix, and you really do have a lot of good energies that are presenting itself here as far as being able to attract the right kind of love for you. So I love that. Then we've got the Three of Cups. It's a very celebratory mood, as we can see from this card. It's a community type card, meaning that you're not sitting at home just pining away for somebody. You're not waiting for love to come to you. You're out there being proactive and just living life, just hanging out with your friends, having fun, you know, so that's a good thing. And this right here represents a cycle that completes, of course, certain phases of your life that are no longer meant to be a part of your future. And by welcoming this energy in, along with the two aces, this is giving you new people, new opportunities, new experiences in love. So that's fantastic. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So again, good luck, very nice energy. This is a turning point in your life and a new beginning in love. So I just wanted to grab that energy for my singles first. So let's go ahead and see what else we can pick up for everybody else. Okay, so I was drawn to grab some messages focusing on specifically ex partnerships. Let's go ahead and see what's going on there. Okay. All right, here we go. So ex partnerships, those who are in separation. Let's take a look at an ex's energy here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for those who are in need of guidance when it comes to an ex partnership. Two people who are not together. Received. That could be the energy that you are sending them, or maybe the energy that they're sending you. It could also be communication. Look at that commitment. Ooh, look at these cards. We've got twin flame popping up. It is your twin flame who needs to take some sort of action. Look at this clarification that you guys are not together right now. It could also be your twin going through this dark night experience. They could be going through some challenges perhaps in their life. It may or may not have anything to do with you, but they're struggling a little bit here. All right, so let's see what that's about. What's going on with the ex? All right. I'm just peachy. Hello.
Yeah, I got her cash app.
Okay. Thank you for the cash app. Appreciate it. So let's see what else for the exes. And for some of you who are in separation from your ex, that's what we're taking a look at. Of course, maybe you already know and feel that this person is your twin flame. Maybe you've suspected that all along. And there could also be this vibe where you still feel connected regardless of distance and separation. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You could have Cancer in your chart. So in order to get this separation to come back together and to bridge the gap, there has to be action, as we can see. That action, together with the Chariot, represents movement of some sort. We've got the Ace of Cups, okay? So this can certainly be an opportunity to start again for the two of you. There could have been commitment issues there, you know, but your ex, I feel they still feel so much love in their heart. The love is still there. The attraction is still there. But clearly this is a situation that is in need of healing. This is also clarification that more than likely you guys are just taking a break from each other right now. And there could have been very painful conversations. Maybe you had an argument the last time you guys saw each other. And this right here, this twin flame connection specifically is in need of time to be able to heal in order to recuperate from what's happened. Hi, Nancy. Welcome, welcome. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is already telling me that when it comes to your ex, they want to do something about this, but maybe they're not quite ready to actually take that first step. Maybe they're a little bit apprehensive at this point in time, but that doesn't mean that that's a forever type vibe. That could just be a temporary thing where they're trying to build up the courage to reach out to you, to be able to touch base, okay? Regardless of the separation, look at that. We've got the Ten of Cups popping up, you know? So this is how they feel when they're with you. But this is the reality. This could be a fantasy at this point, but this is them knowing that in order to get here, they're going to definitely have to put in some work. It's not going to happen unless they help it along, you know? So this is clarification here of why they could be going through that dark night of the soul. They could be depressed. They could be dealing with anxiety. They're not sleeping at night. They're stressing out, maybe thinking about you, thinking about the relationship. And this is clarification here between the two of you that right now you guys are stuck. So there's some vibe coming through when it comes to that stalemate energy. Okay. And again, maybe the last time You guys spoke. Look at that vibe from that card. You guys have had disagreements. You didn't see eye to eye. That competition could represent love rivals, other people who are in the picture. Could have been a third-party situation that created that broken heart and the separation. Okay. Hi, Susie. Thank you for the super chat. So we'll get to all of the personal reading requests, guys, after I do the general love forecast, okay? We also have the Hierophant, and that's really interesting, guys, because remember this card right here, the commitment card, all right? So that represents the same type of energy as the Hierophant. And so if, again, if they had some commitment issues in the relationship before, perhaps they recognize that they're going to have to bring that forward in order for you guys to be more successful together in the future. So it's a possibility that, let's just say, maybe at one point in time you had a vision or a dream or a wish to marry this person, and it just maybe didn't end up happening. So I feel that this person is now on that level, that way of thinking, you know? And this is the divine masculine thinking this way. So it could have been the masculine who messed up. It could now be the masculine who's struggling through the breakup and the separation. But check that out. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune picks up off of the vibe of fixed signs, especially, but it can, of course, apply to anybody. But if you happen to be Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, or Taurus, again, picking up off of the Hierophant energy right there. So that could be significant for some of you. That could be your person. But, you know, it could apply to anybody, as I've mentioned. And then we do have the Two of Wands. So if this person wants to be a part of your life, a part of your future, then they know that they're going to have to switch things up. They're going to have to make different decisions in order to be a part of your life here. This is probably somebody, maybe my divine feminines, who walked away from this masculine. Look at that. Or it could have been an unawakened divine masculine, not appreciating the relationship and decided, you know what, I think I can find better out there. I'm going to walk away from this one. I'm going to leave it behind. Come to find out, that's not what they found. Maybe they didn't find anything, or maybe they didn't find anything worth investing their time and energy towards long term, especially if it was infidelity or a third party situation. You know, that whole grass is greener mentality maybe ended up not panning out for your ex. And this is clarification for me with the Queen of Swords that my feminines, you probably did detach from your masculine, especially if there was infidelity. Look at that. We've got the Lovers right next to it. So this is about choices and decisions when it comes to matters of the heart. You could be dealing with that Gemini. You could have Gemini in your chart. And the thing is with this, it can sometimes represent a love triangle. It can sometimes represent a third person who's wanting to create drama here, you know? And here we go with the Seven of Cups right next to that. Somebody had way too many options, too many choices, making the wrong choices. When it comes to love, it could have been the masculine, and we've got a pissed off feminine here, you know, cutting out the masculine because that could have happened. Interesting. Now, for those of you who have air representation in your chart, whether Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, so Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, check this out. We've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords both coming together. This person ultimately might be your perfect match, but if they didn't recognize that, and if they messed up and got themselves mixed up in drama, you probably did walk away from this person. And I can't help but feel instinctively that was my feminine who walked away from a masculine who was just messing around. Okay, so that's part of the energy when it comes to the exes. Let's go ahead and grab some words from the ex. Let's see. And you represent the ex too. So any of these words could be coming from you or from them. Take it however way you're instinctively feeling it. So I'll be pulling from my ex oracle here. All right, so focusing on an ex partnership. What do they want to say? What do you want to say? You were the best lover I've ever had. No other compares to you. You see? So if they left you for somebody else, they screwed up. Basically, they messed up. They realized this because you were the best they had. And I'm not just talking sexually here. You were the best person that was able to really love them the way they needed to be loved, and they messed up here, which is why more than likely we're at a stalemate. They know it. Look at the next card. I will never love again. Never. So you could represent the one that got away and they messed up. They made poor choices. It doesn't matter that they had all of these options in love and romance. You represent the one that got away. Okay? Roses are red, violets are blue. You know you still love me and I still love you. So take that how it makes sense. Maybe the love is still there, but you're also not going to be this doormat that's just going to allow this person back in if they don't deserve to be in your life. Some of you guys could actually be thinking that. Look at this next card. It's over. You know, regardless of how they try to come back into your life. Maybe you're just thinking, you know what? There's just too much water under the bridge. We're done. It's over. Move on. Ciao. Adios. You know? And let's see what else. And that's okay too. You know, you got to do what feels right in your heart. I'm sorry. I was unfaithful to you. I hope you find the happiness I couldn't give you. So for some ex situations, they recognize that they missed out. You know, it's far gone. It's over, as it says. And now they've got all of these regrets. They know that they were unfaithful. So that's for those of you who've experienced infidelity in the relationship, but that's not the only reason to break up, you know. But for those of you that recognize that energy, they definitely feel it. Bottom of the deck. I want us to start over, but that can only happen if you guys are both on the same page, if you're willing to give this person another chance. And I'm just guided to this next one. Look at this. I'm not the same person who hurt you. And that could certainly be the case for some ex scenarios. You know, maybe they have worked on themselves. Maybe they are a different person, but they're going to have a lot to prove to you in order to win an entry back into your heart, you know? So that's what I'm getting there for ex partnerships. All right, guys, let's grab one more batch of cards for the collective and just bringing forward whatever messages want to come forward, whether it's for singles, those who are coupled up, those who are in separation. Let's just go ahead and see what needs to come through for one last set of messages, and then we'll go ahead and open it up to those who have requested personal mini readings. Okay. And thank you guys so much for those who have already submitted that. So we'll get to that shortly. Okay, so taking a look at the vibe, whatever that might be. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for those who have taken the time to join us here today, let's go ahead and see what that energy looks like. What messages need to come through here, whatever that might be. Ooh, we've got springtime, March, April, May, which is where we're at. So this could be perhaps specifically for Pisces, Aries, Taurus, or Gemini, but if you relate to it, of course, take the message. Love blooms. So this is presently telling you that love is on its way to you. So I really like that. We have possibilities as long as you realize there are no limits. It is truly endless. So go live your best life today. Absolutely. And that can apply to more than just your love life. It's applying to everything. But somebody wants to meet up with you. Rendezvous. I need to see you. Let's meet up sometime. Okay, and one last card. Let's see. One more. Intensity. I can no longer ignore this magnetic pull between us. That could apply to so many scenarios. This could be an ex who still feels magnetically pulled towards you. It could be someone who has a crush on you. Maybe you've got a crush on somebody and you feel that intensity. So depending on how it's playing out in your life, okay? And we've got a troll in the comments. Oh my. All right, Tarot Destroyer. Ridiculous, but sorry about that, guys. We will work on getting rid of that. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we can pick up here when it comes to this energy. All right. Yeah, it's so annoying, guys, when these trolls pop up in the comments.
And I can't remove them all at once.
Exactly. It's really difficult to delete them and report them all at once. She's a witch. That's right. And I'm gonna twitch your ass right out of here. No. Hilarious. All right, here we go. Let's grab some insight. All right, check this out. So here's our Four of Swords once again. Okay. So this is clearly an indication that some of you guys need a break from drama, need a break from some of the more difficult experiences that have come through for you, whether that's pertaining to your love life, whether that's pertaining to other parts of your life. Okay, this right here, it's like a resting period, you know. You guys are too cute in the comments. Yes, I attract witches in my audience and they're all amazing. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see what else. What else? So take that energy if you feel the need to continue to heal when it comes to a situation that might have hurt you or disappointed you. I feel for some of you guys, since we already took a look at the energy for exes, that there might be someone from your past who wants to return, who wants to at least talk to you again, you know? So let's see. Yeah, I love that. We've got the Fool. Look at this. Okay, so some of you guys have definitely experienced heartbreak, but as we can see, after you've healed from that, you can start again, okay? This is our Twin Flame card, that Four of Wands. We've already seen the Twin Flame reference that popped up. So despite what you've been through, love can bloom again, you see? So things can get better when it comes to your love life. I really feel, despite some of the more negative experiences you've had, you're going to be okay. All right, this right here can also represent a stronger foundation when it comes to a connection. It could lead towards marriage if that's something that you're interested in, or it could simply represent a happier home, a happier love life, a happier experience overall. So that looks amazing. We also have the Nine of Cups, wish manifestation. So this is our wish come true card right here, and it's right next to the Four of Wands, which is very nice because it can also represent our 1111 number. And I often see that number as a make-a-wish type number. It's a very positive energy. So if you happen to see that number or that time, maybe there's something there. There could be a particular sign when it comes to someone that you're thinking about, or just whatever's happening in your life, you know? And then we have the Three of Wands. I feel whenever I see this, it's time to move on from the past, you know, look towards the horizon, what's coming for you. And if you have particular goals and dreams, not just specifically about your love life, again, it could be about anything. This is you taking a look at what's ahead of you and knowing that you can achieve these things, you know, trying to come up with a plan, perhaps, in order to be able to create this beautiful life for yourself and hopefully be able to share that life with somebody. Divine Feminine, you're coming in as this beautiful Empress. Okay, so the Empress specifically represents Taurus, and if you happen to be Taurus, maybe there's something very special that's about to manifest for you, especially during these next few months, especially April, May. We're almost to the end of March. So springtime maybe specifically could be when love really grows and blooms for you in a relationship. So that's nice.
Can I get rid of this person down there? I don't know if she's...
No, that one's fine. Yeah. Were you able to remove them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. Troll alert. And then we have the Magician here. Another nice card, followed by the Chariot. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. I love this because, again, you've got the power to manifest whatever it is that you want in your life, whether it's meeting up with somebody, whether it's reconnecting with someone. And I love how it's right next to these possibilities that are ahead of you, and realizing, as it says, there are no limits. You know, you don't have to box yourself into a situation if it just doesn't fulfill you, if it doesn't make you happy. You don't ever have to just settle for something if you're not fulfilled and if it doesn't check all the boxes, you know? Ace of Cups. So there really is the possibility towards new love, new romance for some of you, and it might be closer than you think. And this could also be a new beginning for those who are in separation and just wanting a new beginning there, okay? We do have the Seven of Pentacles popping up, all right? So we've already seen that energy. And this is about perseverance. This is about not giving up on yourself, not giving up on a relationship if you really do want to try again. And just overall being open to the possibilities of what's coming towards you. Not giving up on the whole idea of finding love again despite getting hurt. Despite walking away. How perfect is the placement of these cards? Despite walking away from situations or people that didn't serve you, by putting in the effort into your own life and being more mindful of who it is that you can attract, then you'll be able to find what it is that you really are wanting to bring in. And you can manifest it. Knight of Cups, very romantic person. 10 of Cups, there we go. In a way, it comes full circle. So despite the disappointments, despite the heartbreak that you might have endured in your life, the final destination, or at least part of your destination in life, is to be able to find this kind of happiness. For some of my feminines, perhaps you could also connect with a masculine who could be water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but it doesn't have to be limited to those signs, of course. Could be younger than you, not necessarily a huge age gap, but for some it could be. But this is where you're meant to be, that 10 of Cups. It's like that fairy tale ending. Okay, we have these two cards that decided to jump out of my deck. Check that out, 2 of Wands, so there's progress. And this is the two paths that you're being given. And I feel if you're walking away from something or someone, you're just ready to move on and find something better. And what you're going to find is this. Okay, how awesome is that? You've got the 2 of Cups coming through there. True love is on the horizon for you. And perhaps this person who wants to meet up with you, could be an ex, still feels that they have so much love for you that they're wanting to try again. Totally up to you, of course, if that's a person that you would like to give them a second chance. Okay, so let's wrap it up with some final messages, and then we'll get started on the personal mini readings. So some pretty nice messages there, I feel, despite the challenges. All right, guys, so I think... well, you know what? I'm going to leave it up to you guys for the final messages. Do you want me to go ahead and pull some lyrical, musical messages, or do you want some healing messages? So let me know in the comments what type of messages you want to wrap up the general love forecast, and then we'll take a look at that energy. Okay, so I've got those decks here, and then healing. Okay. Healing sounds good, so let's go ahead and see. I think I'm going to pull from a couple of decks for the healing. Okay. Music. I'll do them both. Let's do them both. Okay. So let's do both. Musical and the healing. Okay, so let's start with the healing messages, and then we'll grab some songs, okay? All right, so angels and spirit guides, please, for those who are tuned in. Some healing messages, please, at this time. Of course, absolutely, Lisa. Thank you. Okay. Oh my, nice. Answered prayer. Divine guidance. That's so nice. And then we have abundance. Let me grab one more. I'm just guided to one more here. Angels and spirit guides, please. For those who are here, one more healing messages, please. And then, ooh, nice. How beautiful are these messages, these healing messages, guys? So your prayers have been answered. For those of you who have turned to prayer, for those of you who have been stressed out, doesn't always have to be about love, but maybe it is. You know, your prayers have been heard, they will be answered. But look at this, divine guidance. Sometimes when we pray for particular outcomes or particular things to happen in our life, it's almost like the universe has a different plan. And sometimes it answers it in a very different way. So whatever it is that you're meant to manifest in your life to be able to bring in this abundance, and I really do see abundance coming in so many forms, and that includes our finances, of course, that includes good health, it includes our love life, okay? So you're being divinely guided onto the right path that's meant for you. Okay, so let's see. Let's grab some tarot here. Okay. Let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please. Healing messages. Healing messages. I wasn't ready for that Eight of Swords, but it popped up anyway. Okay. Maybe there's a significance there, especially if someone is feeling restricted in their life or trapped by circumstances. Perhaps that's what you've been praying for, to be able to break free from a situation that's been stressing you out, okay? Ace of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Magician, manifestation, manifestation. So what this is telling us is there's always room for growth in your life through a new beginning, okay? You've got many options, many possibilities to be able to welcome in something new or someone new, okay? You have the power to be able to manifest whatever it is that you're focused on, whether that's a person, whether that's a job, whether that's good health, whatever it is. Amazing. We've got the Six of Swords, calmer waters. So perhaps if you relate to that, you've already experienced turbulent waters in your life, meaning that you haven't experienced things that were on the positive side, you know, where it could have been very challenging for you. So what this is saying is you're going to be able to manifest something way better to be able to get you away from some of those challenges in order to have a new beginning in your life. Maybe that's what it is that some of you are praying for, and you can have that. Check that out, guys. We have the Eight of Cups. So in order to manifest a particular something, whatever that is, sometimes you got to make room for better to come in. And so I feel that that's what that's pertaining to. You got to kind of create distance from you on something that just wasn't working in order to make something else happen that's better than what you had. You know, for some of you, this has something to do with a divine masculine in your life, or you had to walk away from the masculine, which we've kind of figured that out already in part of this reading, in order to manifest better. Clearly, there's something going on with a particular masculine that's not moving. We have a stalemate situation right there. Look at that. We've seen the Four of Swords already. So there's something that needs healing for sure when it comes to this situation. You know, taking a break from some drama. And this has something to do with whoever represents the masculine energy in the relationship, because Divine Feminine, you're popping up again as the Empress. So I feel you're coming through as this very empowered person. You are in control over how this is going to play out. And I have a feeling it's going to unfold in your favor here. Yeah, look at that. Tower. Needing to heal from a tower moment. This could be a separation. between two people. This person ended up hurting you. So it makes sense for me with the Four of Swords how some of you really need time to be able to heal that pain. Something died here, okay? Something didn't have enough life to it to continue. And so sometimes that feels really painful and it hurts you. But at the same time, it's almost like life is pushing you forward to experience better. And we have to go through that transformation. And sometimes change hurts, you know, but it's necessary in order to have that new beginning. So I can't help but feel for my feminines. You're coming in with the energy of the High Priestess. Trust your gut, your heart, and instincts and your intuition when it comes to whatever might be hurting you, whatever might be bothering you, whatever is a challenge in your life right now. If it's not happening at this point in time, we've got the Temperance card telling you just hang tight. Have some patience, because what is meant for you will eventually come to you to be able to manifest that. Okay, and if what you're hoping for, if what you're looking for is a reconciliation with somebody, in time that might happen. Okay, that's a possibility. So you got to trust what you're feeling. We've got the Four of Wands. So again, it might have something to do with a twin flame connection for some of you. If what you're hoping to manifest is a reunion, possibly with your twin flame, then that's a possibility, but it's not going to happen tomorrow. May not happen anytime soon. It might not even happen during the springtime, maybe latter half of this year. Temperance card representing Sagittarius season. So we're looking at November and December, possibly. And then here's the Chariot representing movement, triumphant outcome. So you see, this is a temporary energy with the Two of Swords. Even though it's not moving right now, it's at a stalemate, things seem to be stuck. It's not going to be stuck forever, or you're not meant to be at a place in your life where you're not moving towards a much better path. Okay, bottom of the deck, we've got the Ten of Wands. So if all of this seems like a burden to you, perhaps it's time to, as part of your healing journey, to release that and let it go, because it's just going to keep getting heavier and heavier until you drop down to your knees and you can't carry it anymore. You know, so it comes to a point where you got to realize, why am I carrying this? You know, it's not even my burden to carry. So it's time to lay it down. All right. So hopefully there's something there through that healing message that makes sense for you. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and grab some musical messages here. Let's see what's going to come through. I'm going to pull from both of my Heart Songs decks here. So for those of you especially who love 90s songs, I've got this deck. And then I have the other deck where it's just kind of a mixture of everything. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and see what else can come through. So let's start with Volume 1. Let's grab some songs here that could be reflective off of your connection with a particular someone. Angels and spirit guides, please, for those who are here. All right, here we go. Let's grab a song. All right, song number 1, If I'm Not in Love with You by Faith Hill. If you guys have never heard this song, it's such a beautiful song, really, and the lyrics definitely pack a punch. So this says, if I don't need your touch, why do I miss you so much tonight? If it's just infatuation, why is my heart aching to hold you forever? Give a part of me I thought I'd never give again to someone I could lose. And maybe they ended up losing you. Again, it kind of goes back to maybe an ex who's thinking about you, and they could have also maybe at one point in time tried to fight their feelings, or maybe they just weren't fully invested. And now that you guys are apart and in separation, maybe they're thinking, it's like, why do I feel this way if I'm not really in love with you? You know, that type of thing. But at the end of the day, they really are. And they're going to have to admit that to themselves, you know? Let's grab another song here. We have Lay Me Down by Sam Smith. Love that song too. So this one says, yes, I do. I believe that one day I will be where I was, right there, right next to you. And it's hard. The days just seem so dark. the moon and the stars are nothing without you. This is somebody who misses you. They yearn for your presence, and they might even have some regrets that you guys are not together, and they want nothing more than to be back together with you. So I'm not surprised to see that. Bottom of the deck, we've got Is This Love by White Snake. I can't stop the feeling. I've been this way before, but with you, I've found the key to open any door. I can feel my love for you growing stronger day by day, and I can't wait to see you again so I can hold you in my arms. Okay, so there's something tied into them missing you and questioning. It's like, why do I feel this way? It's almost like they're questioning. It's like, is this really the love that I am looking for? And that's a realization, that's an epiphany that they're going to have to realize for themselves. They have to go through that awakening. So I'm not surprised that we've actually seen that Dark Night of the Soul card that came through earlier. That makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some songs from the 90s here. And then we'll get started on the personal mini readings. Thank you guys for waiting. But hopefully this general love forecast was able to give you some insight that's helpful. All right, here we go. We are starting off with Can't Stop Loving You by Van Halen. There's a time and place for everything, for everyone. We can push with all our might, but nothing's going to come. Oh no, nothing's going to change. And if I asked you not to try, oh, could you let it be? I want to hold you and say, we can't throw this all away. Okay, so that's what they're thinking. It's like, we've invested too much time in each other. Do we really want to just give up on this love and just walk away and not revisit it? So I can't help but feel that, again, this could be someone from your past. Could be an ex. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the next song. We've got Genie in a Bottle by Christina Aguilera. If you want to be with me, so in a way there could be an exchange of energy here. It could be between the masculine and the feminine. So this could be a masculine basically saying, I can't stop loving you. How do I win you back? I can't wait to hold you in my arms again. This could be the feminine's response. If you want to be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in a bottle. You got to ask me the right way. If you want to be with me, I can make your wish come true. You got to make a big impression. I've got to like what you do. Exactly. So you're not going to let them back in unless they deserve to be back in. And they could certainly be wishing for that. But at the end of the day, it could be our feminines who have the power to make that wish come true. Woo, that's powerful. All right. And one last song. We've got Truly, Madly, Deeply by Savage Garden. I'll be your dream. I'll be your wish. So again, this might even be the masculine's response to this. I'll be your dream. I'll be your wish. I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope. I'll be your love. Be everything that you need. I love you more with every breath. Truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong. I will be faithful because I'm counting on a new beginning. Oh my gosh. So that wraps that up. I feel that it came full circle. That this is perhaps a masculine that realizes, okay, I messed up. You still are my wish come true. And they're fantasizing about a reunion and telling you, Divine Feminine, it's like, I still love you, truly, madly, deeply, and I want a new beginning. All right, so that's what we've got. Wow, some cool messages coming through there. All right, guys, so let's begin. For those of you who requested mini readings, so let me go ahead and see what I've got here. Okay, so I have Susie, Shazia, Lisa, Aniska, Nancy, and Susie. Okay, so we have two Susies. Okay, so let's start. Work is done. Okay, hi Shazia. Okay, so we'll get to yours after Susie's reading here. All right, so Susie, you're the Taurus. Your question is money, what's coming for you? Okay, so let's take a look at your finances here. All right, let me grab that deck. So we're going to start with the Money and Career Oracle. Let's see what that vibe looks like, okay? Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Susie, Taurus energy. When it comes to finances, what might be preventing you perhaps from attracting it or whatever obstacles, let's see. And then we'll go ahead and grab some messages from the Angels of Abundance deck to see how you can bring it forward. Okay, so you're being guided to trust your intuition first and foremost. So if this is pertaining to a career choice or the people that are surrounding you, perhaps when it comes to investments, your finances, it could be coworkers, you know, so just be mindful of what it is that you're bringing your way, attracting towards you. You're also being directed to believe in yourself more. So if you believe that you are in a positive energy where you're really willing to be able to bring that towards you, being able to attract more income perhaps. If you are unemployed, for example, believing that the skills you do possess, it's either top notch or maybe there's something that you need to do to be able to hone your skills in a particular craft, you can achieve whatever it is that you have set for yourself, whatever it is that you're focused on. Okay, now this is interesting. Look at that next message. You're blocking your abundance by the way you're thinking. However, this is the next card. We've got money is coming your way. So yes, absolutely, you have the capability to attract it your way, but we got to remove some of those blockages first, okay? And let me go ahead and grab from the Angels of Abundance. Let me just grab that deck here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so money is coming your way, Susie. And then we'll grab some tarot to see what's going on here. Angels and spirit guides, please. All right, let's grab an Angel of Abundance message for you. For Susie, Taurus. God is your source, okay? I feel like grabbing one more. Look at that abundance mindset. It really does coincide with what's presented itself here. So everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So at the end of the day, it's just holding on to the faith that what's meant for you will be able to come towards you. Believing in yourself is huge, and to be able to remove these blockages that are standing in your way. So abundance mindset, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience, okay? So it's very law of attraction and energy. You know, picture it as if you've already manifested it. That type of vibe. So let's go ahead and see what else we can bring forward with some tarot messages. So you certainly have what it takes to be able to bring in more income, to be able to attract that abundance in. You're coming in as the Empress. All right, so look at the key words right there in the upright. Okay, so we definitely have abundance as one of those key words. That is what you have the capability to manifest in your life. But it's very important, as we've got the Page of Cups, the Ace of Swords, this all makes sense to me. 8 of Pentacles, wow. Look at this. 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and now you've got the Sun. So this is your ultimate destination of fulfillment that will make you happy. It's like attracting your dream job, being able to be financially independent. It could also sometimes equate to you coming into money. It could be people that owe you money, or however way that presents itself. So what this is telling us here is, yes, you can attract all this income and money to be able to improve your finances. But you have to get to a place where you're not just dreaming about it. it's time to be able to cut certain behaviors out or certain equations from your life that might be preventing you from attracting that. You know, taking things out of the dreaming state and actually doing something about it. I don't know if you have thought about self-employment, but the Eight of Pentacles can sometimes pick up off of that vibe. If that's not something that you're focused on, then this is giving you the opportunity to get into a really good place in your life where you can achieve the goals financially that you're hoping to manifest. Because this right here, it's putting you in the driver's seat of your life when it comes to being able to bring that in, you know? So maneuver your way, navigate your way through life and making the choices that are necessary in order to be able to manifest better income, because you can. Ace of Pentacles, yes, it's a fresh start. It is a new beginning. It can sometimes be a new opportunity for employment, a new adventure perhaps, or a new enterprise that can bring you prosperity. Okay, so that's what's on the horizon for you. It looks pretty good. You've got these aces. Again, this represents you, and this is your ultimate destination with the sun right there. So you're meant to find happiness in your life. You are meant to be successful. You are meant to be joyful in whatever it is that you do, your life purpose, and whatever it is that feeds your passions. You know, it's one of those things where you do what you love and the money will more than follow you. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense as to what presented itself here, Susie, but I feel finances look pretty good. That's what you have the capability to attract your way. So it's one of those things where just try to think positively. If you are more so focused on the lack of money, or I just don't have enough to pay this month's bills, which of course it's difficult. And that's where the abundance mindset comes in. That is where removing those blockages of lack come in. Because the moment you switch that up, that's the energy that you're putting out there, and it's going to be able to help you attract better opportunities where it'll just flow. It'll just flow towards you to where it won't feel so difficult to be able to bring that in. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. I wish you the very best, certainly when it comes to career opportunities, what's coming towards you when it comes to your money matters. It looks quite positive, I must say. All right, so hold on to that energy, and I have a feeling that that cash flow, it's about to come in for you. Okay, so good luck. Thank you so much for your question. All right, so Shazia, you are next. Let's go ahead and take a look at your energy. Okay, give me 1 second here. All right, so let's take a look. You sent the Capricorn an email yesterday, okay, of what I have been journaling as far as my feelings while we have been silent, and there was no response as of yesterday. Will there be communication down the line? Okay, let's see. Let's see, because this is you opening up your heart to your Capricorn here. What deck am I drawn to? Give me 1 second. One second. I am guided to pull from, because I know that you guys come forward as a twin flame energy. So I'm going to pull from the Twin Flame Current Vibes deck. Okay, so no response from your Capricorn. Let's grab some insight from that. What is your Capricorn's energy? Okay, let's see. We have control. I try to control situations so I don't come across as vulnerable as I feel. So this is an indication here that perhaps through that communication, maybe your Capricorn is feeling like they are not in control of what's going on in their life currently. It could also be making them feel vulnerable, as we can see, in order to communicate with you at this point in time. So it's not that your Capricorn doesn't want to speak to you, but there's There's definitely a blockage there. Look at this next card. Letting go. I am letting go of anything I can't control. You see, there's something going on there about the control or the loss of it. I let go of attachment. So right now they are distancing themselves from perhaps the expectation of interacting with you at this point in time. Ooh. And then we have reflecting. I am reflecting on my actions and realizing the error of some of my ways. So your person here, they know that they haven't been perfect. They know that they've made mistakes on this journey for the two of you. That could also be part of the reason why there is no communication at this point in time. So let's grab some tarot. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Thank you so much, Susie. Appreciate the question. All right, let's grab some tarot. So maybe they're feeling a little bit lost right now, not knowing quite how to respond, not knowing how to interact with you, knowing that they made mistakes along the way. Yeah, look at this. This is our first card, Eight of Swords. Your Capricorn here, they're feeling quite trapped in their thoughts. They are feeling mentally imprisoned right now, unable to create any sort of interaction or movement towards you. Wow. Okay, what else here? What else? I can tell you though, Shazia, when it comes to your Capricorn, they definitely want to communicate with you, just unable to, you know, and this for me represents past vibes. So when it comes to your Capricorn, they think of the journey, like what you guys have been through throughout all of these years, what the past represents, knowing that, and I kind of feel from your Capricorn, they have gone through their awakening or are in the process of going through that. It's like an epiphany, knowing full well what they've done to be able to contribute to why you guys are not together right now, trying to work on letting go, as we can see right here, because they can't control it anyway. At the end of the day, there's too much going on in their life that's preventing them from reaching out. So with you pouring your heart out, you know, through this email that you sent, I'm sure they appreciate what you've said, but just unable to communicate how they're feeling, communicate what it is that they feel the need to express at this point in time, because the Judgment card could also be someone from your past who wants to communicate. And, you know, it could be something as simple as, I'm sorry, like I can't do anything about this right now. You know, and I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry that I can't take any sort of action. I'm sorry that I'm going to have to let this go, because they're unable to manifest something here. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So your Capricorn's vibe when it comes to this current situation, it's independent. It's independent of you. You know, it's that solo thing as far as them not being with you. And I think this came through before, where they're throwing all of their energies into work because they don't want to actually saturate themselves in that energy of pain, not being with you, not being able to talk to you. Look at this. We now have the Strength card. So when it comes to your Capricorn, I feel they need to tap into that vibe where they feel strong enough to reach out, strong enough to take action. But right now, your Capricorn is stuck in this energy where they're so anxious about what they're feeling, what they feel they can't say. You know, it's like they're feeling it. They've got so much to say, but they're also apprehensive and quite anxious that they're not able to get it off their chest, that type of thing. Not able to respond, because knowing full well that it might create a situation that could be even more drama filled, you know? So let's see here. Look at this. We've got the World And then we've got the Tower. So this is clarifying the separation. This is clarifying the lost foundation for the relationship. And as well, it's coming through as a cycle for the two of you that has culminated in this completion. You know, so the old way of interacting has ended. And in order for you guys to reconnect, in order for him to communicate, he needs to be able to get to a place in his heart, mentally, where it doesn't feel so heavy, where it doesn't feel so anxiety laden, you know, that type of vibe. I feel he's struggling a little bit here. And now we've got the Six of Swords. Moving on, moving forward, leaving it behind. That is the vibe that I feel is why you haven't heard from your Capricorn at this point in time. And I know that in prior readings, you know, there was always that need to be patient, but at the same time, you're not meant to just, you know, put your life on hold, just waiting, waiting, and waiting, and not being able to move forward yourself, you know. So part of the advice here, Six of Swords, it's a transition. It really is about moving on and leaving it behind, because I feel when it comes to your Capricorn, this is a very telling card right here. I am letting go. You know, I let go of the attachment. I'm letting go of the attachment that I have towards you because I can't do anything about this right now. You know, it's beyond my control. And realizing that they still think about you, though, reflecting, you're a part of those thoughts, but also recognizing that they made mistakes here. And those mistakes ended up creating a separation and a lost foundation, and the fact that you guys are not together. So as you can see here, part of the advice is to cut this person out. You know, I mean, I'm grateful and I'm glad that you were able to get your thoughts down on this email and just express what you needed to feel. But now that you've done that and you haven't received any sort of response, perhaps part of the advice is to continue to detach. If your Capricorn has a change of heart later, then there might be communication later on, because that can be the judgment energy as well. It's just not right now. You know, it's just not the right time to be able to manifest this at this point in time. And perhaps part of your energy is that there's still a part of you that's really hoping and wishing for communication, for a second chance with your Capricorn. It's just not coming through. And what it is that you're wishing for is that Ten of Cups. But as of right now, they're detaching and unable to bring it towards you. So look at the next card. See? That Ten of Cups right next to the Ten of Wands, which is that heavy burden. You know, so the longer you hold on to it, it's going to get heavier. And sometimes you got to let it go in order to bring it back to you, if that makes sense. You know? We do have the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Cups right here. And of course, you don't want your Capricorn to just treat you like you're an option here. And I feel that's also part of the reason why they've detached, because they ultimately know that's going to hurt you. So it's time to start over. It's time to create a new beginning for yourself, because you can manifest that Ten of Cups for yourself. Okay? If the Capricorn doesn't want to be a part of the picture, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, you can manifest that for you. Look at that. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got tens coming through here, and tens represent cycles that are completing. Okay? So in a way, life wants you to open up a new chapter in order to start again, so that you don't have to keep holding on to this past attachment. And I feel when it comes to the Capricorn, they're working on that, you know, when it comes to not interacting at this point. Can that change later? Of course, because everybody has their own choices, has their own free will. And I know I've mentioned that before, but right now you're just not meant to continue to tap into that vibe, you know, if that makes sense. Because I have a feeling your Capricorn, they're focused on the people that are surrounding them at this point in time and trying to work on that situation, and unable to dedicate any sort of time or effort towards the connection with you. So the advice truly is to cut it out and detach, focus on you, focus on a new beginning, open yourself up perhaps to new connections. And again, if the Capricorn wants to be a part of your life, then let them do the legwork here. All right, look at this. You've got the star and you've got the sun. So this right here, yes, a wish can come true, but sometimes our wishes manifest in a very different manner from what we envision initially. Yes, you're meant for the happiness. You're not meant to be sad and lonely and miserable during your lifetime. You're meant to find happiness, and you can claim that for yourself, but only when you're ready to do so. I have a feeling when it comes to your Capricorn, they're not ready to bring this towards you. You're meant to take care of yourself at this point in order to be able to find that happiness you deserve. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Some challenging parts there, I feel, but I feel that really comes through with explaining why the Capricorn just isn't communicating at this point in time. It's beyond their control, and they perhaps are just focusing on things in their life that they can handle, you know, things that they can control within their own life. All right, so I'll leave that there. Shazia, I hope that helps. All right, thank you so much as always. Okay. All right, Lisa, you are next. All right, so as a twin flame, I've been doing manifesting, and I'm asking, is Keith on the way? I'm a Cancer, he's a Taurus. Okay, let's see. And thank you everyone who has requested a personal mini reading. So we'll get to your request, don't worry. All right, we take them in order. All right, so Lisa, let's get to your messages here. So focusing on Keith, okay? Let's see, how many, Cameron? Lindy Lunn asking a question, no problem. How many are in line? Which one?
See, 17, there's...
Okay, so about 4 people? Okay, so about 4 people ahead of you. All right, so we will get to that for sure. All right, so Lisa, let's get to your question here. So taking a look at your twin flame, Keith's energy, okay? All right, Keith. Keith, Taurus energy, and the connection with Lisa, Cancer. Okay, so we're starting off with contract. That could either be the soul connection contract between the two of you. This might even have something to do with his career opportunities. Okay, could be a literal contract that was signed. So let's see what else. We do have the friendship card coming through. And perhaps you guys have built a strong foundation of friendship in the connection. But look at the next card. There's the twin flame card. And certainly you feel that Keith is your twin flame. That is clarified through this combination of cards. You guys could have also started off as friends, turned into lovers, and now coming through as a very strong twin flame connection. Okay, so let's see. We do have the takeoff card though. So I feel when it comes to Keith, he's not quite ready to manifest a reunion. That doesn't mean it can't happen somewhere down the line. Okay, we also have cowardly coming through here, Lisa. So sometimes when someone's unable to communicate how they're really feeling, they're so comfortable hiding behind this proverbial mask that perhaps he's unable to just tell you how he's really feeling or whatever is going on in his life. So let's grab some clarifying messages here and let's see what else we can learn, okay? All right, let me grab my Valentine Connection Tarot here. Harley Quinn, thank you so much for the super chat. We'll get to your request shortly. Okay. So Cameron, I just need you to confirm
I did. I already, it's 19.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, Lisa, let's see. what's happening here. We've got the Knight of Cups. So perhaps you do see Keith as someone who is very romantic. I don't know if that's the case, but he has the capability to bring that towards you. But right now he is in takeoff mode, so that could certainly be lacking in the connection. I feel it's really up to him to be able to bring this type of experience towards you. He could certainly be a very charming person when you guys are together, but maybe as of right now, he's more comfortable keeping you in the friend zone in a way, but he cannot continue to run away from his feelings as far as it being a twin flame connection. He can run, but he can't hide from the type of connection, the magnetic pull that you would feel from a twin flame connection. Okay, I don't know if you guys had a tower moment, but this does represent the fact that the two of you are not together at this point. It can represent the fact that the foundation has been lost. That could be a temporary thing, you know, especially if he realizes that you are the one that he wants to be able to spend his life with. We do have the Three of Cups coming through. So celebrations, as we can see right there. So despite something difficult that you guys might have endured in the partnership, there could be a switch up in that energy here. Look at that though. We've got the Eight of Cups. So takeoff mode, walking away. What I am picking up from Keith right now is he's just not ready to settle down, or he's not ready to commit fully to the partnership. Because if you were to manifest union at this point in time with Keith, what I'm feeling is he might still end up hurting you because he's just not ready. You know, that can change later on. But as of right here, right now, for this reading, I feel he's just not ready, you know. And then we've got the moon's energy. This can sometimes be deception. It could be that, and it picks up off of that, that if he were to communicate with you, he wouldn't be fully truthful with what he is telling you, despite the fact that it's coming through as a very special connection. Okay, we've got twin flame, yes, but this one says soulmates. Regardless of the type of connection this is, you guys have this compatibility between the two of you. He cannot deny the attraction and the chemistry towards you. What I'm feeling from Keith truly is he's running away from his feelings, but it's going to get to a point perhaps, Lisa, where he just can't deny that those feelings are there. Yeah. Seven of Wands. He could be, he might have his guard up for some reason, kind of protecting his heart space. I'm just kind of feeling that from him, but we do have the Ace of Wands. So there's potential here between the two of you. It's just that he needs to get to a place with that Six of Pentacles where he's willing to give to you as much as he would take from you. So there has to be equality there, meaning that it's got to be a 50-50 exchange of energy. You know, and if he's in takeoff mode, he's not going to be sticking around anytime soon. So that's not an energy that you would want to manifest your way. So if there's distance, if he's not coming your way right now, that might actually be a blessing in disguise. And believe it or not, the Tower can sometimes represent a blessing in disguise. Sometimes separations are necessary in order for somebody to realize that you're the one. Okay, and then we do have the Six of Swords. So we've got sixes popping up here representing some sort of growth in this connection, regardless of where you guys are at right now. So Six of Swords, we've seen that already today. Six of Swords is about moving forward. And in order to move forward, a lot of this rests on Keith's shoulders in order to manifest union between the two of you. Okay. Let's see what else. So we've got the Nine of Cups. This can still be a wish that manifests. And we've got the Magician. So it actually looks really good, Lisa, as far as the direction that this can eventually go. It's not going in that direction yet because I feel he's not ready. I don't think he's ready for commitment, honestly. I don't think he's gotten there yet. But eventually, with the assistance of the Magician card, this is something that you can manifest your way. So continue to tap into that energy. I feel it's very helpful to be able to bring that into the energy and that vibe for the two of you. And just think positively that this is something that can ultimately still come together. And then we've got the Six of Cups and the Star. So wishes manifesting here, and the Six of Cups could certainly be part of the happy memories that you think about, you know, when it comes to the two of you, and the twin flame connection here, it's coming through in this reading. And so I feel in time, this is one of those situations where that wish can be fulfilled. It's just going to take a little bit more time to unfold, where he eventually takes you out of that friend zone in a way, you know? So that's what I'm getting there, Lisa. Hopefully that offers you some guidance in the meantime to let you know that there's still potential between the two of you to come back together. It's just that he's not ready. Okay, so hopefully intuitively you're able to pick up off of that as well, especially when it comes to how you pick up off of his own energy. And I feel in time, hopefully this is a temporary thing. And again, he won't be able to deny the fact that you guys are twin flames coming through. Okay, so thank you so much for your question. I hope that helps. All right, guys, so moving on to our next request. Aniska. Okay, Cancer, I got 2 jobs basically at the same time. Wow, congratulations. I already started one. The next one starts Monday. I can't decide which one to go with. Job A, the one I started, or job B. Ooh. Thank you so much, Lisa. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at that, Aniska. Wow. That's exciting. Okay, hopefully whichever one you end up with, or whichever one you end up choosing, either one would prove to be a successful endeavor for you. All right, so let's go ahead and see what that vibe looks like. Let's see, what deck am I drawn to? Okay, well, let's do 2 separate ones, taking a look at each one. So I'm going to go back to the Money and Career Oracle. So focusing on job A. Okay. So job A is the one that you started already. What's the vibe with job A? Oh my gosh, look at this. Job A. It's time to reconsider your job or career. So if we take that literally, then if you need to reconsider where you're at, then perhaps job B would be a better scenario. Interesting. Really interesting. This is the next card. We have lottery, play a lotto ticket, scratch off. Maybe that's something that you already do, but I kind of feel the interpretation here in a very different way. You know, it's almost like you're taking a gamble on job A to see if it's going to pan out. But look at the next card. Career change, looking into a different career or job. So it's almost like it's pushing you towards job B, honestly. That's the vibe that I'm feeling. And lastly, you really have to believe in what you're trying to manifest when it comes to money. That makes sense, okay? You got to believe in yourself and what it is that you're wanting to bring towards you. So let's go ahead and see what we can learn when it comes to job A. All right, so I'll be pulling from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle. If you've already seen me use this one, you'll know that it already contains all of the usual tarot messages, but it also has new court cards and oracles in here. So let's see. Let's see. What do we need to know here? Okay. Duchess of Water. That's interesting because you're a Cancer, okay? The Duchess of Water is representing one of the new court cards in this deck. Divine Feminine, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, okay? So part of this energy, and it is falling in the upright, is being able to be organized, staying away from drama. You don't want any drama in the work environment, trusting your intuition when it comes to where you're currently at, which is job A. God, that is interesting. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what else. Focusing on job A. We do have the Judgment. Okay. So this can represent a transition. So you're going through some changes in your career environment. There's this need to really take a look at how you feel about job A, because the Judgment card can also represent self-evaluation, especially if you haven't had the best experiences career-wise in job opportunities in the past. Knight of Pentacles represents hard work. Okay. And maybe job A keeps you busy, perhaps, you know. Interesting, because it can represent the need for patience, practicality, loyalty, being responsible in your work environment. You know, there's a part of you that is ambitious, but this is also a slow-moving energy. So let's just say you're wanting to really advance in this company with job A. According to this, that's going to be a slow process. It could also create anxiety or stress, where you're just stressed out in the work environment, and you're going to need to either want to take a break from that or decide to go with job B. That's interesting how that's coming through. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So this is about putting in the work, putting in lots of work towards this job and being able to be recognized for it, being able to reap the rewards of those efforts. But it's going to take time. Okay. I mean, it doesn't have horrible attributes to it, but it just depends on what feeds your soul more, you know, what feeds your passions, rather than just, and I say this all the time, do something that you love rather than just having it be a job. Find something that you're really passionate about. And then we do have the Nine of Cups right here. So this is going to be able to help you to, what's the word? Nine of Cups represents luxury. So being able to afford the finer things in life. I mean, this job A can certainly provide that for you. But if you're not happy doing this job, where it really is just a job and you're just getting up dreading it, then perhaps that's where the need to reconsider comes in. We've got the Red Rose card. So going back to what I said, you got to do what you love. So if it's something that is just representing a mundane, day-to-day job where you're just having to work really hard and you're exhausted at the end of the day, what does that really get you? And does it really pay you what you're worth? So it's one of those things where only you can answer that type of vibe, you know? Page of Pentacles, ambitions, desires, diligence, manifestation, financial opportunity. You can have all of that with job A. It's just a matter of longevity and being able to stick around, because it's a long process. It's a slow process. So what I gather from job A is that, let's just say you want to get to the top. You want to be able to be promoted to be a manager or a supervisor, or maybe that is where you're at already. But in order to be able to gain advancement, it's going to take time, perhaps. That's what I'm getting from that. That is what I'm getting from that. So let's go ahead and take a look at job B. But that is what I am getting for job A. Interesting set of cards. All right, so let's continue to tap into that energy. So I'm going to put those 4 cards back from the Money and Career Oracle, and let's see if they pop up again. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, focusing on Aniska, Cancer. But no matter what, I mean, it's fantastic that you've got 2 job opportunities on the table and you have choices. You've got options. You got to just trust that what you're feeling, what you're thinking doesn't stress you out, and it's actually a good opportunity for you. Okay. Let's see. Don't let your work affect your health. Okay, so it's one of those things where if job B ends up stressing you out, you know, what really are the benefits of being in that position. So let's see what else comes forward, because if the stresses of work is going to start affecting your health, then that's not a good thing either. Let's see. Pay attention to the signs the universe gives you about this particular job, okay? So if you're receiving some sort of sign to go for it, maybe that in and of itself is the sign for you to let go of job A and go for job B. Look at this. Work hard, but don't overwork yourself. So that's got something to do with perhaps the stresses that you might run into with job B. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. You just got to have to prioritize your day, you know? Let's grab one more. Ooh, this is nice though. You have the power to manifest money with this second opportunity. All right, so let's see. What else can we learn when it comes to that? And I'm going to pull from the same deck. So I'm going to put back the messages that came through the first time, reshuffle, and let's see if it's similar energies. So yeah, pay attention to whatever signs you might be picking up there. We have the Six of Swords, starting off with that calmer waters, as we can see right there. So I feel part of the reason why this is coming through, and then that's followed by the Ace of Cups, as well as the Six of Pentacles. So as I mentioned earlier, sixes represent growth. You have the power to manifest money, okay, with job B. You got to just pay attention to whatever signs you are receiving. So this is what I gather. This is something that might be a better option for you and the people that you work with. I feel a lot of it doesn't just fall on your shoulders. There could be an equal distribution of responsibility, okay, because the Six of Pentacles represents equality. Interestingly enough, it represents employment as well. It could be that you receive a much more generous offer from this company. Perhaps this is you being grateful for being able to have that opportunity. But I feel the Ace of Cups could also represent a new beginning with this new job, as well as doing something that you would actually enjoy. Okay. Let's see what else. Look how cool this is. You've got the Chariot representing your own Cancer energy. So this, of course, representing movement. I feel just the way that the cards are coming through for me for this particular message, you're being directed to move towards job B, because this right here represents a triumphant outcome that can bring you a lot of success, and it requires action on your part to be able to manifest this. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. This is interesting because remember, job A represented a slow moving energy, meaning that it's going to take you a little bit longer to gain some success or recognition with that company. With job B, it's a faster energy. Okay, lots of rapid action and progress towards success. It's going to move a lot quicker. And then you've got the Three of Wands right here. So this is about planning ahead for your future. This is about getting to a point in your life where you're content with what you have manifested or what you are about to manifest in your life. So I really like that. Yeah, and as long as you're willing to put in the effort, the work, and Seven of Pentacles, once again, perseverance, diligence, things coming to fruition, things that are growing for you, reaping the rewards of your efforts. This perhaps could be a company where you could do really well and retire from this company. And look at that, you've got the Ten of Cups. All right, so this, in this particular instance, this is a dream job. This is coming through as a position, a career that you would end up loving, bringing you happiness and fulfillment. So that's what I'm getting from that. It looks like a better opportunity, honestly, when it comes to the two positions. So even though you're already at job A, you've already started that one, the way it's presenting itself here, job B looks like the one for you. All right, so I'm going to leave that there. That is how the cards are coming through for this particular session. So hopefully it works out for you, and I wish you the best with that. All right, so let's move on. So Nancy, you are next. All right, here we go. I know I shouldn't ask about Norma anymore, but what's coming towards us? Also, what's coming towards me and Edie? You know what? You can ask whatever it is that you want. It's okay. No judgment. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's take a look at that energy. Okay, so Norma. I think I'm going to pull from the Twin Flame Journey Oracle deck again. You're so welcome. Thank you so much. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Norma and Nancy, Gemini energy. What do we need to know about this connection, please? Forgiveness, balancing the scales, contemplation, release, and then we have commitment. This is so interesting. We have observer, twin flame, dark night of the soul. Okay, so what do we gather from this? First of all, I kind of feel that she has created situations where she's given you mixed signals and created things, interaction between the two of you that ended up being pretty challenging. When it comes to Norma, I feel that's her vibe, where she feels the need to ask for forgiveness. Perhaps if she hasn't done that, she's thinking it. There's this imbalance between the two of you. I feel, despite the distance and time apart, Nancy, she does think of you often, okay? But we clearly see that there is this need to just let it go. Let it go, because there's lack of commitment. We see that here, despite the magnetic pull of a twin flame connection. I feel mentally, in the heart space, there's a lot of regrets that she might have on her part. And this always reminds me of somebody who stalks someone's social media pages. I don't know if she does that, but it could represent the fact that she's just trying to figure out a way to connect with you in however way that can happen. She could be dealing with depression at times, or maybe she feels anxious when you guys don't end up communicating, you know, so however way that's coming through. But I feel there's still this need to release it, detach, let it go, however difficult that might be, because I feel, just based off of the history, it might be better for you to just go your own separate way and just allow life to unfold the way it's meant to. If she really wants to fully invest in the connection with you, then there has to be a more solid type commitment, and that I feel is why that's coming forward. All right, so let's grab some tarot once again. And perhaps this is finally her recognizing that she's hurt you more than once, and knowing that she's going to have to be the one to restore harmony and balance in the relationship. But I'm also feeling, if that were to happen, it could also just be temporary. And so I feel you're still being directed to release it, let it go. So Queen of Cups, trust your gut. That seems to be popping up for the feminines a lot. You know, being able to trust what you're feeling despite what she might say. Because sometimes what people say it's not exactly what they mean. You know, there could be an underlying interpretation that they're not expressing, you know. And then there is this need for patience. I think that came through before also. I feel there might even be a part of her energy. There's this contradiction that I'm feeling, honestly, where she says one thing, but she means something else, or she's not fully disclosing how she's feeling. And part of this vibe from the Temperance is desiring a reunion, wanting that reconciliation, but also knowing that it might take time to be able to get there because of the history between the two of you here. But we do have the Five of Pentacles. So perhaps it's been a struggle, perhaps for you, perhaps for her as well. You know, that whole being left out in the cold, being left out of someone's life. I feel, despite the history, she doesn't like not having access to you, for lack of a better word. It's been a bit of a struggle, perhaps, for her to accept when you're not there, or, you know, those times when she prefers to interact with other people or the ex-partner or whoever else is in the picture. And she can't seem to solidify that decision in her heart. It's like, okay, I've made this decision and I'm with this person. And then she has a change of heart and decides, okay, wait, but I still have feelings for Nancy. So it's very complicated the way it's coming through here, I feel. Let's see, what else, please? Yeah, Three of Wands. We've got the Two of Cups. Look at this. And now we've got the Moon. There's deception there. Yeah, I kind of feel that when it comes to Norma. She doesn't exactly communicate the full truth, if that makes sense. You know, she might even say, oh, you know, I'm happy with this other person. Oh, I'm talking to so-and-so. But there's still some attachment that she's got towards you, I feel, Nancy. There's still love there regardless of what she says. But you're also still being directed to just focus on the future, focus on a different direction, just welcome in a different kind of love, you know. And it's interesting that Edie is a Sagittarius. This card represents that. So perhaps intuitively you're being directed to just invest more of your time towards Edie, but we'll take a look and see what that is referring to. Let's see, what else? We've got the Seven of Wands. Look at that defensive energy. That could be you, you know. It's like you're not quite sure if you want to even interact or talk because of the history, like the past disappointments, the heartbreak, which is understandable. Let's see what else. There you go. So Hangman is about letting go. It's like surrender this connection. You guys need to maybe not interact for a while in order for Norma to really get a full understanding of how she's feeling, you know, not being able to engage and interact for a good minute so that she can really think things through. Let's see what else. Got Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, Seven of Cups. Okay, so you both have other options. You both have other opportunities in love, certainly, if this really is not meant to come back together. But I really do feel, unless she's able to bring this in, going back to the commitment card here, Nancy, that to me is the same type of energy as the Ace of Pentacles, because this right here represents perhaps a solid offer of commitment, unless she is able to really bring that your way. I don't think it's worth investing that time and energy unless she can really show you that, because you're meant for happiness. So is Norma. It's just that the way she's going about it definitely creates a not so straight journey towards achieving this, you know? So happiness can be achieved, absolutely. But it might not be worth pursuing at this point in time if she can't be fully honest, fully open and honest with you, and not coming from a place of hiding things, of being deceptive, and not being able to fully disclose how she's feeling. And then Eight of Swords. So she's very much in her head about you, Okay, I feel you're still in her heart space, regardless of what she might say to you. You know? Yeah, no worries, Nancy. You can always rewatch. So yeah, I just am kind of feeling when it comes to the whole Norma situation, there's better choices for you out there. You represent the Empress. She needs to know you represent the Empress. Yeah. And unless she can really prove that to you, then you're still being directed to detach. Let it go. Release it. Okay. That's a very strong indication of letting it go. All right. So that's what's coming through when it comes to you and Norma. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the energy focused on you and Edie here. Okay. So let's take a look at that, okay? All right. Oh, Cameron, did you see Lindy's question?
Yeah, she just put it.
Oh, okay. All right. No problem if you want to go ahead and change your question. Absolutely. All right. So, Nancy, let's go ahead and take a look at the situation with Edie. All right. So, what do I want to use? I think I'm going to go ahead and use the same deck just to see how it varies. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Nancy, Gemini, and Edie, Sagittarius. What do we need to know when it comes to this connection, please? We have 5D interaction between the two of you. So even though, you know, during times when you're not interacting or speaking, you could still be picking up off of each other's energies in the 5D. Check that out. In the 5D, you guys are in union, but maybe in the 3D, it's a whole different picture. We do have the Awakening card. And we've got the Fall card. That could be a time frame, actually, Nancy, letting you know that during the autumn season could be when something significant happens between you and Edie here. Let's see what else. Ooh, this is really interesting. So fall season, winter time, you know, maybe the relationship starts taking off around the fall season and something could be more solid during the winter. Okay, so we'll see. Let's go ahead and grab some additional insight from tarot here. So you could be dreaming of each other. Maybe she dreams about you. It could take time for her to come to this full realization, maybe, that she wants to invest her time and energy fully in the relationship. So if you're feeling any sort of apprehension from Edie, it might take a little bit more time for her to open up fully, perhaps. Okay. So in the 5D, the commitment is there, perhaps. You know, it's almost like fantasizing about what it would be like to be with you, but it could all just be a fantasy, it could be a dream right now. In order for the two of you to come into union and be a couple, similar energy as what came through for Norma, there has to be commitment. There can't be this in and out type energy, you know? Because this right here, to come into union, represents a solid offer. For now, we do have this Two of Swords coming through. So it might take some time for Edie to fully come to this realization that you're the one, perhaps, that she wants to open up fully towards and see where this goes. So yeah, if you're feeling any sort of hesitation or apprehension on Edie's part, maybe that's why. We do have the Four of Wands. You know, we have the twin flame reference here. You know, but I know that when we took a look at Norma's vibe when we first started doing readings, you know, Norma, I believe, came through as the twin flame. But isn't it interesting how it's right next to stalemate? So regardless of the fact that she could be your twin, there's still nothing happening there. Not really. Okay, so that could be telling us something. that you're meant to just start anew when it comes to this relationship, this connection with Edie. That's a possibility. And look at these cards. You've got the Ten of Cups. So maybe wintertime is when you might be able to see more solid signs when it comes to this connection. It doesn't necessarily mean you guys are going to get married unless it manifests in that way. But it could certainly go there. The longer you guys continue to invest your time and energy in each other, it's got potential. Here's the sun. Happy, radiant, abundance, beautiful energy, of course, joy, very positive vibe. It might take time to get there, but it can get there. Six of Wands. Being able to recognize what the relationship represents. Maybe it's not there yet, but it can be a successful union. And we've got the union card right here. Huh. It's got potential, I must say. It really does. Intuition. So once again, you're being directed to trust what you're feeling for both scenarios. You know, this is your epiphany card right here with the Ace of Swords. It's like, ah, okay, I get it. This is the one that I need to invest my time and energy into. Here's your Lover's card. You know, it pops up often when I do your readings. And so the choice falls on you, whether or not you want to fully invest in the connection with Edie. But she also needs to go through her awakening and to realize that, okay, I really want to see where this goes. And this could certainly be clarifying that there's enough chemistry here to keep this thing going. Three of Pentacles, working together. So if you have the same vision for each other to at least explore where this could go, potential is there. The potential is there. Seven of Pentacles, to be able to just give it some time. Okay, just wait and see how this goes. I pick up off of that energy with the Seven of Pentacles, but this is about putting in the effort into the relationship, doing what's necessary in order to truly see if it's worth investing fully in it. I feel the way it's coming through, it certainly is. Let's see what else. Three of Cups, very happy energy. Six of Pentacles, I love it. You know, working together, collaborating, teamwork, and now you've got the equality that's necessary in the partnership. So this is basically, if you're not there yet, there's this need to be able to invest fully in each other, where you both want this, you both are into each other, you really want to see what the future has in store for this. It's totally possible that it could go there. And then we've got the Star. The Star can start off for both of you to focus on self-care, where you take care of yourselves first in order to be whole within yourself and ready for the next chapter of your lives, to be able to come into union, be together, and really see where this goes. But it can manifest this wish of happiness when it comes to love, certainly. We do have the Six of Swords, Nine of Cups, Two of Cups. Okay, so it looks good. Moving on, moving forward to see where this relationship goes. I feel you've invested enough of your time in Norma to see that there are some challenges there. And unless she's able to really show you, it's like, look, I'm fully committed to this. Give us another chance, which is, of course, your prerogative. But this one has a lot of potential also, where you can find happiness here and really be able to experience a very nice love connection with Edie. Okay, so if she's not quite as open to be able to take things there right now, just have some patience with this one. I feel it's worth the wait. Okay, so I'll leave that one there. Some nice potentials when it comes to you and Edie. All right. Thank you so much, Nancy, as always. All right, guys, thank you for waiting for your reading. Let me move on to the next request here, guys. All right. So that was Nancy. All right, Susie, you're next. Let me just look at my lineup here. Okay, so Lindy Lunn. And how do you pronounce this, Cameron? Helana?
Yeah.
Helana? All right, so we will get to your request shortly. Okay. All right, Susie. My sun sign is Gemini. And the other person is Cancer and has a lot of placements in Sag. Okay. Will he take action and grow this relationship, situationship? Okay, let's take a look at that. All right, sun sign Gemini. Your other person is Cancer. Let's grab some insight here. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Susie, Gemini, and her person of interest, Cancer. And if I see any Sagittarian references, I'll mention that, of course. So focusing on your divine masculine here. What is your divine masculine's vibe right now? It's got something to do with you because you're coming through as the divine feminine. Look at this. Okay, so they definitely feel this soul connection with you, Susie. I feel, depending, of course, on what you're experiencing with your person, maybe they're not very expressive as far as maybe overly romantic, but I feel this person feels this strong connection towards you. This is an interesting group of cards. Check this out. We now have the Twin Flame card coming through. And it's interesting, as many years as I've been doing these readings, I do get that dual type energy from some couples. You know, it's like a soulmate twin flame type connection, which is a very strong connection. So it's one of those things where you can't deny it. You can't deny the attraction and the pull, you know? Let's see what else. Oh, you're so welcome, Nancy. Thank you so much, as always. Okay, let's see. What else do we need to know? We do have the friendship card coming through. Okay, so could you guys just be friends at this point? Perhaps. But I don't feel that when this type of connection is coming through in this way, it's going to remain in that friend zone for long or be at a distance for long. So will he take some sort of action to bring this to fruition as far as an official couple? Perhaps. Because look at these cards. We have connect. That's followed by divine partnership. So you guys are divinely connected somehow here, Susie. You know, it's coming through as a very special connection here, no matter how you slice it. You guys could have started off as friends and turned into something more romantically involved. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot and see what else we can find out here. But yeah, here you are. That was the very first card that came through. So you're a part of his thoughts for sure. Part of the heart space. Okay. All right, let's see. It's coming through as a very special connection. So I would actually be surprised, Susie, if he doesn't take any sort of action. All right. Celebration. Okay. Happy times. That's a very nice energy. So if you guys haven't been an official couple, let's just say, taking things out of the friend zone, as I've mentioned. That could certainly be cause to celebrate the union between the two of you. He's coming in with the energy of the King of Cups, which is a beautiful energy representing your divine masculine here. Because as we can see, compassionate and loving, we've got both representations of the soulmate and twin flame card. So that looks amazing. And just the fact that your person here, your divine masculine, represents water energy, Cancer, cups represent water energy. So I feel, if it's not already, his heart is starting to open up to the possibility of loving you and being able to give his heart fully to you. There's something about the connection that is very special. Okay. We've got the Star. I mean, this is a wish come true type connection. You know, perhaps you're the type of person that he's dreamt about, envisioned creating a life with somebody like you. It's very positive the way it's presenting itself here. As long as you guys work together, we do have the Three of Pentacles popping up again, working together on this partnership, wanting the same things, then I feel it's got truly the potential to go the distance here. There's the Sun. So far anyway, I don't see anything of concern that would stop you guys from being together, the potential to be really happy, the potential for long-term commitment, for marriage, everything. And then we've got the Hierophant right here. So right next to divine partnership, here's a commitment right there. So if you're not there yet, it might take some time, but I feel eventually, yeah, this is a relationship that can grow into something amazing and beautiful, truly. If he has any sort of hang up, I feel he's going to get past that, to be able to move on from that. Look at that. You've got the Nine of Cups. We've got wishes that can manifest here when it comes to the two of you. All of the cards that are presenting itself here look quite positive. We've got the Six of Wands. This is victory, you know, victorious outcome to this connection. There's our solid offer of commitment. This is abundance. And of course, as I've mentioned earlier, abundance comes in many forms, and that includes love. Okay. So very nice. We've got the Two of Wands. We've got the Fool's energy. So I feel this is answering your question here, Susie, as far as your divine masculine taking action to bring you guys together, because the Fool card, it's a new beginning and it's taking that leap of faith. So if he truly believes in the connection as much as you do, then he's going to feel the need to really take action to bring this together in the 3D world, to be able to plan a future with you and wanting that to stick. Okay. And then we've got the Two of Cups right here. So it's a beautiful energy. So once again, we've got a soulmate reference coming through, but we can't ignore this one. That's presenting itself as well. So will he take action and grow this relationship? I would have to give you a yes on that one. It looks pretty good. Okay, so hopefully as time unfolds, you're able to see that that actually manifests for you. All right, so good luck on that one. I wish you the best. Hopefully it works out. All right, moving on. So Lindy Lunn. So Lindy's got a couple questions, Cameron?
She just rewrote it.
Oh, rewrote? Okay. All right, so Lindy, let's get to your reading here. Okay. So should I...
That one, yeah.
Oh, it's this one, not this one? So get rid of that one?
I think so.
Okay. What's coming towards...
A.
Oh, I see. What's coming towards A and I's connection. Hold on one second. I'm doing too much talking. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, let's see. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Okay, so whenever I get the scratchy throat, sometimes there's no communication. Sorry about that. Okay, let's grab some cards here. Okay, so I'm going to pull from the Romance Angel. Sorry for my voice. Oh my God. Okay. Take another drink here. Okay. All right, so Lindy.
She wants to know if she should wait for him to.
Okay. Okay, give me 1 second so I won't sound like a frog. Cameron, you want to do the reading?
You might lose these.
Kidding. All right, give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, do we have a name, Cameron? So, oh, his name is Felix. Okay. All right, so Felix. Okay. Yes, I'm taking a drink. Okay, here we go. I think my voice is coming back. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look, okay? Let's see. Oh, I was looking at Harley Quinn's comment. Okay, so that's not Felix.
That's Helena or Helana.
Okay. Sorry. That's what I get for reading the comments. Anthony. Okay, got it. Okay, Lindy, here we go. Sorry for the voice interruption there. Okay, I'm better. Okay. So A for Anthony. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Anthony, Virgo, and Lindy, Scorpio. We have passion coming through. We have wedding. Wow. We have reconciliation. Are you guys in separation at this point in time? Because we do have the reconciliation card presenting itself. Getting to know each other. And then we have the chemistry reference. So yeah, just let me know, Lindy, in the comments if you guys are not together right now. Yes, but we are not married. Okay. So you guys are in separation. So this wedding card could be an indication of commitment towards not necessarily marriage, but being together, you know, where there's more of a solid foundation in the relationship. But there certainly is enough to go on here where you can connect and continue to connect with each other long term, and perhaps being able to peel back the layers of the relationship and get to know each other all over again, and to be able to create a much stronger foundation so that when a reunion happens, you have a much stronger footing for a relationship to last. Okay, so you guys are in mute mode, so you're not speaking. Okay, and that was the next card. Okay, so the separation card is next, but we clearly see the possibility towards getting back together. Okay, so let's grab some tarot here. Okay. Shelby, thank you so much for the super chat. We'll get to your request shortly. All right, so let's grab some clarifying messages here. What do we need to know when it comes to this connection? Look at that. There's our judgment card. So there will be communication eventually. All right. He just needs to get to that place where he's ready to come forward and to reconnect. So as far as what's coming towards the two of you, I feel eventually this reconciliation will be a reality where, despite the fact that you're not interacting, you're not speaking, I feel that's just a temporary thing. Okay. He needs to come towards you with the energy of that King of Pentacles, where he really is ready for permanency in his life, meaning that he's not going to be in and out of your life. Once he decides he's committed, he's there, you know, for the long haul, not, you know, with you 6 months and out of the picture the next 6 months. You know, it's not that type of energy. Once he communicates with you, there could be an apology there. There could be this need to reconnect and talk things through. And I feel it might have something to do with this card, getting to know each other, where you really do open up to one another once again. And as it says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond deepens. So with a second chance for this love connection between the two of you, we clearly see very matter-of-factly that there's the possibility for a reconciliation, despite the fact that you guys are not together right now, because he still feels drawn to you regardless, you know. So it could even be Anthony that desires to have the reconciliation. It's just him that needs to go through that awakening, as we can see right there. Let's see what else. Okay, let's see what else. So there clearly is the need for healing when it comes to this partnership, this connection. Okay, so Four of Swords. Perhaps you guys needed to spend time apart in order to heal parts of yourselves that needed it, or just needing time alone in order to really think things through. So that could have been a beneficial parting of the ways almost, you know. But there is healing that is necessary there. You're coming in with the energy of the Empress, divine feminine energy, as well as the High Priestess. So this seems to be popping up quite a bit today, where the divine feminine is being directed to really think things through and trust what it is that you are feeling in your heart space. Your intuition will give you a lot of guidance, so definitely trust that. We do have the Five of Pentacles. So perhaps for both of you, it's been a bit of a struggle during this time apart. You know, if, let's just say, if Anthony was the person that detached from you, it could be an indication that this has been a struggle for you, Lindy. But it could also be that you're both having a hard time not being together, and there could be lessons that need to be learned in the meantime. You know, interesting that I just mentioned the lessons reference, because we've now got the Hierophant coming up next. So this is right here, commitment, but it could also be tapped into spiritual lessons that need to be learned in the meantime during this time apart. But I really like how these cards are coming through, because it does seem that with a reconciliation on the table here, you guys can really make a go of it and make it last. And look at the next card. You've got the Ten of Cups. So there's still room for happiness in this connection. I think you guys are both suffering. I would agree with that. You know, it could certainly be a mutual feeling, but just look at the placement of these cards. There's still the possibility, once you come back together, that perhaps this might not be such a far off thing. That could be a part of the reality where you do get married and commit to each other long term, you know, despite the fact that you're not together. And you've already had your Tower moment that represents the foundation that fell apart, which is why you guys went your separate ways and why you're not speaking right now. But I can't help but feel that that's probably a temporary thing there. There's something about the connection that he feels drawn to. Look at that, Wheel of Fortune. So things are going to change for the better. This is going to turn things around, where it'll eventually culminate in you guys getting back together, I feel. So there's good luck, good karma that might be replacing some of the more challenging experiences that relates to this situation that created a separation. So whatever happened, happened. It's in the past, and it's time to focus perhaps on a future that you guys can create for each other. And this World card is giving you the chance to be able to manifest that. And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles right next to that. So we've got the commitment that's coming through with a second chance, I feel. And then we've got the Three of Cups coming through right after that. So I really do feel moving forward here. Happier times are indicated. Okay, this can also be looked upon as a more positive outcome, a new beginning, a new chapter in love. I feel once he's able to rededicate himself to the connection, then you guys have a really good chance at happiness here. Okay, so that's what's coming towards you. It looks pretty good as far as what the future might turn out to be for you and Anthony. So I really wish you guys the best because it looks pretty promising regardless of what's happened in the past to break you guys up. Doesn't matter that you're not speaking right now, because I feel that there could be a major shift that could be coming in for the two of you where it's going to be a whole lot better than where you guys have been. Okay, so good luck on that. And we can, of course, take a look at the situation in a future live stream to see if anything has changed. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, so who's next? Okay. So we have Helana. I hope I am pronouncing your name correctly. She said thank you to you too, Cameron. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so Helana. And I am Scorpio, 23rd of October. I met Gemini, 21st of May. Okay, so that's Felix. Okay, he was literally everything I wanted in a guy. From nowhere, he shut the whole thing down. Everyone was shocked. I want to know what really happened. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on with Felix here. Beautiful name, by the way. All right, Felix, what's going on? What happened? Okay, don't be scared. Hopefully it's good. All right, here we go. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Felix, Gemini energy. Why did he shut things down? What happened? Okay, I will be honest. Well, he's definitely got you in the shadows. Look at that. Okay. Usually when that energy pops up for a divine masculine reading, they either, okay, so I'm just going to be saying it the way it's coming through. Sometimes there's someone else in the picture, or they've got their apprehensions about fully investing in the relationship if there is no one else in the picture. So look at this next card. We have bondage. So what I'm gathering from Felix here is he's not ready to commit fully. He's not ready to get his hands tied, as it says, when it comes to the two of you. But there's something about you he's attracted to. Look at this, intoxicated. Okay, so maybe the sexual chemistry between the two of you guys, that could be pretty strong. This is also coming through as a twin flame. That's a very popular energy today. So if you guys are twin flames, he can cut you out all he wants. He can shut you out of his life all he wants. He can't run from the feeling that is in his energy, that is tied into the vibe with you. You know, you can't run from it. It's going to always feel like he's magnetically pulled towards you and you towards him. It's an undeniable connection there. It's very strong. Yeah, the attraction's there. He desires you, but he's got some issues as far as commitment. Okay, so let's see. What do we need to know here? All right, let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Felix, Gemini energy. And Helana. I love that name. Scorpio. Cameron, if you have another child, can you name her Helana? My daughter's looking at me like, she's just smiling. Sure.
It was a girl.
But yeah, beautiful name. All right. This High Priestess card, very popular today. So this right here, you know, it truly is wanting you to trust your intuition when it comes to the whole situation with Felix. Okay, but I don't think there's anything here for you to do. I feel a lot of it falls on his shoulders if he really wants to be with you. But I feel he's got commitment issues, okay? Look at the next card. We've got our player card popping up. Knight of Wands. He still wants to play. He wants to explore his options. You know, he's not ready to get his hands tied, so to speak, as far as being exclusive. That's probably why things came to an end. Look, we've got the Death card showing up right there. You know, and you represent the Scorpio energy, so this has a lot to do with you. And the thing is, even though he shut you out, as you mentioned, and it shocked everybody, like you said, he still can't run away from the fact that there's something about you that he feels drawn to. He always will. He'll always feel drawn to you. But he needs to be able to create something in his life where he needs to change his perspective so that you guys can start again. Look at the next card. We've got the Fool, followed by his own divine masculine energy of the Emperor. Yeah, he can't run away from this one. He still feels it, but he could be pushing the feelings down. Yeah, in order for you guys to move on from that, he needs to take action to get things going towards a reunion. I feel he hasn't always been open and honest with you. We do have the Moon's energy, so maybe he's lied to you about certain things. It could be about being with somebody else. Maybe he finds that the grass is greener on the other side with somebody else, you know, and that's kind of clarified with the Page of Wands, where he just wants to be free. He wants to explore and see what's out there. But at the end of the day, he can't run from what you represent. And you represent that twin flame. That's just how it's coming through here. You can run, but you can't hide. Wow. What else do we need to know about this connection? So we do have the Nine of Wands coming through here. This is about persistence, as we can see right there. So the Nine of Wands can sometimes represent someone who's feeling overwhelmed, someone who's been hurt by somebody who perhaps wasn't ready for commitment. I feel that's kind of what's going on with him, you know, but if this is picking up off of your own energy, Helana, I kind of feel that despite what's gone on between the two of you, you'll be able to overcome the challenges of this partnership and be able to experience something better later on. But it falls on Felix to be able to make that happen. You know, we do have the Ten of Pentacles. Perhaps finances could be looking up for either one of you. But when it comes to a love situation, I feel you guys have a strong enough connection here, a very strong bond where you could still have happiness and security in the relationship somewhere down the line here. He just needs to not be so afraid of commitment. He needs to be this Emperor and take full control of the situation and really show up for you, you know? But I can't help but feel there could be someone else in the picture. That could be also what this Desire card represents, where he's wanting to invest in time and energy with somebody. It could just be a sexual attraction, though. I don't think it's going to end up panning out into anything. It could ultimately represent a love triangle or a third-party situation. But I feel if that is a reality, it's just going to be short-lived. But nevertheless, that could still be very painful for you to hear that, you know, of course. Let's see what else. So for now, yeah, we do have a stalemate. It's not moving right now. It makes sense for me because he's got you in that shadow vibe, you know? So I wouldn't ever guide you to just hold on and wait for him to wake up and realize you guys belong together. Perfect timing for your question, because I was just about to say, you know, it's time for you to perhaps focus elsewhere. But I'm telling you, look at this. You've got the Four of Cups. So what this is telling me, even though things aren't moving right now between the two of you, okay, we've got stalemate, but the tables are going to turn later, especially if whoever this represents, if there's a third party, if he's interested in somebody else, it could just be a sexual, physical connection with someone. And when that fizzles, he's going to realize that he made a mistake. And these regrets could represent missed opportunities as far as him missing the opportunity to be with you, especially if you've already moved on by the time he realizes that. And the tables will turn, meaning that someday he might communicate with you and tell you, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, can we try again? And at one point in time, perhaps, you know, currently that's something that you would want, but by the time he realizes that he wants you back, you might have already moved on to somebody else. Doesn't matter that he's a twin flame. You know, yes, it's a strong bond. Yes, it's a strong connection, but it just doesn't guarantee that we're going to end up with our twin flame in any given lifetime. There's lessons to be learned, you know. So if he wants to revive this romance, he definitely needs to get his act together. Yep. This romance could also be somebody new, so he needs to wake up. He needs to definitely wake up, or else he's going to lose you to somebody else. Yep, you are being given the tools to manifest someone new, you know. So he needs to get on the ball, because if he continues to keep you in the shadows, you have the power to get yourself out of that and to free yourself from this connection. Once you decide to do that, I don't think you're going to go back, and you're going to sever ties, and then it's going to be his loss, okay? Because you have the power to be able to manifest whatever the heck you want when it comes to love, romance, and anything else going on. However, if he decides that he really wants to be with you, and he's proven to you that he's being real and he's being honest and he's not trying to sugarcoat the truth, there's no deception, and you see that, then this can also represent a rekindled partnership. Yep. He needs to work with you. End of story. You know, 3 of Pentacles, teamwork. But in the meantime, look at that, 6 of Swords. Time to move on. You can manifest that wish with or without him. You're meant for happiness. And if he stands in the way of you being able to manifest that, you can manifest it elsewhere. Okay? Yep, this is what you have the capability to manifest. If he wants to represent the Ten of Cups in your life, he needs to get you out of this shadow. He needs to not be afraid of commitment. He needs to be open and honest with you and not be so afraid of the intense connection that he feels towards you. And then you guys can manifest this. It can be a wish that can come true. It can be a reality. You know, in this particular deck, it says a fairy tale ending. So who's to say that that can't happen? But he's going to have to help manifest that. It's not going to happen on its own unless he actually does the work to make it happen. If it doesn't, and I would recommend maybe giving it a time frame, like no more than 3 to 6 months. If you don't see any change when it comes to this connection with Felix, and you decide, you know what, I'm done, I'm closing this door, then that's when the clock starts ticking for you to have a new beginning and going in a different direction to manifest this wish with somebody new. So if he doesn't want to be the one that ends up in this regret situation where he realizes, oh crap, I messed up, I missed the opportunity, then he needs to wake up and do something about this. Otherwise, you're moving on, you're gonna win, you're gonna find someone else. You know, let me read your comment here. I can't wait that long. Yeah, I just came from 3 years of no commitment, and you're not meant to just put your life on hold waiting for that to happen. Absolutely agree. No waiting. Yes. So time to move forward. If he wants to be in your life, then he needs to, you know, make that known. All right. So good luck to you. I really wish you the best on that situation. But I feel no matter what, you're going to be okay. You're going to be in a good position to find happiness in your life. All right. Thank you so much. That was a good reading, I feel. All right, thank you. And again, I love the name. All right, moving on to, okay, Shelby. Okay. Is that call, Cameron? Call? Hold on one second, guys.
Cut.
Oh, okay. One second. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so Rick cut me out months ago to date a karmic. Been feeling his energy back. So, sorry, Cameron, I can't read this. So, chatter?
That's what she wrote. Rick cut me out months ago to date a karmic. Been feeling his energy back. 5D chatter, and his girlfriend wanted to talk, which I denied her. Both Libras.
Hold on, guys. Sorry.
Does he want to communicate? I sense regret.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I couldn't read that. Okay, both Libras doesn't want to communicate. I sense regret. So, regret on Rick's part. Okay. Okay. His girlfriend wanted to talk. Okay, so his girlfriend wanted to talk to you. Okay, both Libras. Okay, let's see. Let's see what that vibe looks like. Oh, Helana, you're so welcome. Thank you. I'm so glad it helped. All right, Shelly, let's go ahead and grab that vibe. I think I'm going to continue to use the Divine Masculine deck here. All right, let's take a look at Rick's energy here. Okay. All right, so heavy Libra energy here. And it's just when I said that, it was 3:33 on my clock. Maybe that's significant. Okay, here we go. So Rick's energy here. What do we need to know? All right, Rick, intrigued. We have the friendship card, facade. We've got that freedom card. Okay. The girlfriend is a Leo. Okay, thank you. So he's putting up a front here, and as we can see right here, he doesn't want to dedicate any time and energy towards the connection anyway right now. He feels the need to still be free and focus perhaps on what's going on with this karmic, but we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, this is his own energy, his own divine masculine energy. So when it comes to the connection between the two of you, he's still free from that, wants his freedom. But this facade energy is interesting because he might be putting up a front that he wants his freedom, but in reality, maybe not so much. This intrigued energy, it always reminds me of somebody, especially when they're in a relationship and they've got that roving eye, perhaps wanting to still explore other options. Okay, so let's see what's going on there with Rick and see what else we can learn here. Angels and spirit guides, please. So let's see if he will eventually communicate with you. What do we need to know here? Focusing on Rick, Libra, and the connection with Shelby. We do have the Ten of Wands. That heavy burden. This might be affecting him more than anyone realizes here. He always told me he didn't want to date. Yeah, that's interesting. So I feel the life that he's living, he's not coming from a place of authenticity. I'm kind of picking that up off of Rick's energy. And the longer he does that, it does continue to weigh on him. So that could be where this heaviness is coming forward. Check this out. We've got the Tower card coming through here. So this certainly is an indication of the separation between the two of you, and that was very difficult. But this could, as I mentioned earlier, the Tower can sometimes be a lost foundation, a lesson that needs to be learned, a blessing in disguise here, you know? Let's see what else. We've got the Nine of Swords. So this perhaps has affected him. And I feel, as I mentioned earlier, more than he lets on. You know, perhaps it causes him to feel depressed or anxious. As you mentioned, you do sense regret. And just based off of these three cards right next to each other, that makes sense for me. His own Divine Masculine card represented right here. You know, so even though he's free from the connection from you at this point in time, it's still impacting him in a way where he still feels connected to you somehow, and maybe he's losing sleep over this. That's interesting. Let's see what else here. Whatever is going on between the two of you, it's going to require a little bit more time to play out. We've got the Temperance card popping up. Okay, so it does represent Sagittarius. Could be Sagittarius season. So maybe latter half of this year, November or December could be when you hear from Rick. And I know that that's a good chunk of time to wait, but maybe that time is necessary in order for him to tie up any loose ends when it comes to the karmic here. Because this can be an indication of somebody who no longer wants their freedom and wants that reconciliation. That's interesting. We do have the Knight of Swords as well. So he needs to take action for sure in order to come back and to communicate with you as to how he's feeling. And part of that action that he needs to take perhaps is to end that cycle with the karmic and perhaps be more content in a friendship with the karmic rather than a romantic involvement. So all of those things require action from Rick, I feel. Let's see. What else do we need to know here? Oh yeah, look at that. There's our Judgment card. What is so significant in this particular reading is that you're both Libras, okay? So all the more reason for this energy of communication, I feel. Wow. So yeah, the Tower hit hard. It cleared out our energy, which I agree. Yes, I agree. Yes. My goodness. So here's the thing. I feel he will communicate possibly later on in the year. You know, there's a possibility towards, gosh, I'm kind of feeling a reconciliation, honestly. You know, I don't want to give you false hope that that's a definite, but it's a possibility here because with cards that are showing up, Temperance especially, as well as Judgment, I feel once he has the opportunity to really reevaluate the past and some of the decisions that he's made and some of the regrets that he has, and you've picked up off of that energetically, I feel you're right. You know, I sense that he will eventually communicate with you. There could be this huge apology coming your way once he goes through his awakening here and realizes, I ended up hurting you, I did things that I shouldn't have done, etc., you know, and really wanting to fix things here. So I'm kind of feeling it could go there. We've got the Six of Pentacles, and then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Look at this. For now, we've got the Eight of Cups, and then the Two of Swords. So we're not quite towards the Temperance and Judgment energy yet. So we're only in the first quarter of the year. And so I feel once we're towards the latter half of this year, things are going to start possibly shifting here, you know, where you have the opportunity to start again, at least towards communication. You know, if he ends up not wanting to get back together, for example, there's still the possibility that you guys can at least start conversing. If he's able to bring you that Six of Pentacles, then that's a good sign, of course, to be able to give as much as he would be taking from you in the relationship, because it really does have to be equal give and take here. If he takes too long to get to that point, nothing is actually stopping you from welcoming in something new, someone else to come in, you know. But there is also this need to perhaps, when it comes to Rick anyway, to walk away from the karmic. Right now, things are at a standstill between the two of you because these are chapters that still need to play out. Yeah, I agree with you there. The feeling is he had to end a karmic cycle before, yes, before you could progress to union. 100% agree on that. That's why we're at a stalemate for now. However, look at this card. We've got the Chariot right next to it. So no movement, and all of a sudden movement. Perfect. So I feel eventually there will be some sort of action from Rick in order to get you guys talking again. But it's not going to happen for maybe a few more months here, you know. So I'm kind of feeling pretty positive vibes that there will be, if not a reunion, certainly the conversation to get things moving towards that direction. So you're coming in with the energy of the High Priestess right here. That's followed by the Magician. So it's quite positive in that there's the possibility to manifest a reunion. It does represent a positive outcome, as we can see right there. So you coming in with the energy of the High Priestess, it doesn't fall on you to be able to fix this or to create that movement. I feel all you need to do is just trust what you're feeling and continue to put out positive energies towards Rick, and it's just a matter of time before you guys can get that conversation going again. Yeah, he does need to communicate with you honestly. He has avoided this for a long time. We both need it. Exactly. And that's where the intuition comes in, because you're going to know anyway if he's not being honest with you. So he's got to get rid of this facade, you know, and just take off the mask and just be full disclosure, just be fully open to what he can bring to the table. And if he can actually do that, then you guys have a real chance at making this relationship work. And then we've got the Three of Cups. Okay, so look at that. I'm going to hold it up so you can see the keywords. We've got the reunion that's possible and a reason to celebrate something for the two of you. I love it. All right, so I'm going to leave that there, Shelly. So hopefully there's something quite positive in all this and how it plays out towards the latter half of the year. And of course, we can do a check-in on this one as the rest of the year unfolds. Okay, so thank you so much. I feel that's quite positive in how that's laid out. So the timing, it's just not the right time for now, but eventually I feel it will be. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so let me move on to the next request. All right, and thank you guys for your patience, waiting for your reading. All right. So I have, let's see.
S-Nad or?
Oh, okay. S-Nad and then Nick. Okay, so will the Libra 33, is that their age, or?
I think so. That's what he wrote.
Contact me. Aquarius, no contact for over a year. I also want to know if he's looking at my social media. Okay. Aquarius.
And it's also right here.
Okay.
If you need to see.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I guess I gotta move that up. I don't see it. Where's the mouse? Hold on. 1 second, guys. Sometimes these comments move so quickly, I don't see it. That is his age. He's 33. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, so you are the Aquarian here. No contact for over a year. Okay, gotcha. Let's take a look at that vibe, okay? So no interaction, no contact. I am guided to pull from a different Divine Masculine deck here. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Let me grab a quick drink here. I feel like I'm gonna cough. A lot of coughing going on here. Oh, you had to do 2 different payments. Okay, no problem. Excuse me. Whew. Okay, here we go. So let's take a look at the Libra's energy. What's going on with them? Okay. Apprehensive. Don't know if I'm cut out for this. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. We have afflicted. So even if they're feeling apprehensive, they're still affected by the connection there. Incomplete. There's still so many unsaid things between us. And then lastly, protection. I feel safer in the silence. So when it comes to this person, your Libra, they for some reason are protecting themselves. They feel safer by not communicating at this point in time. So let's grab some tarot and see what's going on with that. Okay. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on SNAD. I'm assuming that is your name. Aquarian energy. And your person of interest, Libra. What do we need to know here? So they're a bit hesitant here, which is perhaps why there's no contact for over a year. But look at that. You've got the Lover's card. So this is a card of decisions. This is a card of making a choice, perhaps to communicate. But we see the apprehension here. So part of this choice, this decision on your Libra's part is to make or take action to deal with this apprehensiveness. It's like, why do they feel that way? Why is that going on? But they feel the need to communicate, but at the same time, they're contradicting the whole vibe because of the apprehension. Interesting. Okay. But the chemistry, the attraction, the love even, that's there. We've got 6s popping up. That seems to be a common theme for today. You know, there's this opportunity for growth in the relationship, but in a way he's creating this wall, this blockage, so that it's not happening. So this is what I'm getting for this, okay? You're, again, not meant to put your life on hold waiting for this to happen. If it happens, great. But you're being directed to move on and move forward because your person here, they've got some issues that they need to address within themselves. Clearly part of the no contact is because they're not ready to communicate. I feel safer in the silence. It's almost like they're afraid to speak. They're afraid to talk. And yet they feel incomplete. And the cards just say it. There are still so many unsaid things between us, and yet I feel safer not talking. So it's such a contradiction. I need to talk to you, but I'm scared to talk to you. So while your person is in that type of vibe and way of thinking, you are being directed to just move on. If they feel the need to contact you, so be it, you know? Now, I must say, part of the energy of the Lover's card can sometimes be a third party. It can sometimes be a love triangle where someone else is in the picture. And if that's the case, that could also be why they're not contacting you. And this is confirming that this is your masculine who needs to come in and take control of the situation and do something about this. But check this out, and I've already talked about this today. This one keeps popping up too. So it's just a matter of time that your Libra will eventually communicate, because this right here, that day of reckoning, it's going to come, and it's your person here finally realizing that they can't move forward unless this conversation happens. And that will continue to be their energy. That will contribute to their anxiety, their apprehension. They need to address it. They can't keep sweeping it under the rug. So there could be an apology here. As I've mentioned in one of the other readings, there could be communication that is forthcoming. There could be a change of heart as well. Part of the decision and the choice here is to work this out, but I don't think it's going to come anytime soon. I feel they've got some issues within themselves that they're going to have to figure things out. So in the meantime, look at that. You got to let them go. Give them time to spend more time apart from you, because they have to come to their own epiphany to realize that perhaps you're the one that they need to invest their time and energy into. But you can't force them into realizing that. They're going to have to realize that all on their own. And that's what this Judgment card is looking towards, you know? So yeah, we'll take a look to see if he is looking at your social media. Interesting. Interesting. We definitely have conflicts that are popping up here. That Five of Wands is showing up. So with the Five of Wands comes rivalry, conflict, as for sure it's coming through there. There's that competitive energy, and sometimes part of that competition has to do with other people being in the picture. So I have a feeling your Libra might be interacting with somebody else here, and that could also be why there's distance and no contact. So maybe, you know, you feel like you've been left out of this person's life. It could also be you feeling like you're struggling without them. Yeah, fives can be a little bit difficult. Let's see what else. So in the meantime, focus on yourself. I feel we've got the Two of Cups, and then we've got the Sun. So as we can see here, part of the energy that you're being directed towards is to look towards the future and being able to find love elsewhere, and being able to find the happiness that perhaps your Libra hasn't been able to offer you. However, if they do decide that they want to invest their time and energy in the relationship, of course, this can also represent your Libra. It just really depends on how things play out in your life, because you really are not meant to just sit there waiting for them to get their act together and to reach out to you. Life moves on, you know? You need to be able to be happy in your life. And if that requires you to move forward and find love elsewhere, then that's a part of your journey, you know, rather than just waiting for this person to reach out. Because there's true love on the horizon that's there. It can either be for the two of you, or it can be directing you onto a different path where you can find that love for yourself. And then you've got the Ace of Swords. So this is giving you the necessary clarity, but it could also be giving your Libra the necessary clarity to reach out and realize that you're the one. If not, you are behind the wheel of your life to be able to direct it towards a much better path here. Yeah, we've got fives popping up. So you guys aren't on the same page. Disagreements here. Arguing perhaps. This makes sense for me, the Two of Wands, followed by the Ace of Cups. You see, there's new romance. So when it comes to your Libra, Two of Wands representing a couple of paths. And we all have our own free will to choose which path we're going to take. So one of those paths will lead your person back to you. The other path will lead them away from you. It's totally up to them how they choose to make that choice. And that's where this comes in with the Lovers, right? They can make that decision to be a part of your life or invest their time and energy with somebody else. But you also have to realize that you have that own choice as well to be able to go in a different direction and find love elsewhere and be happy. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a yes/no answer as to whether or not they are checking you out on social media, and then we'll grab some tarot tied into that. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on the Libra here. All right. Are they checking you out on social media? Is he looking at your social media? All right, there you go. It's coming through as a yes, and perhaps you've already suspected that. Okay, so perhaps your Libra here, they want their cake and eat it too, especially if there is a third-party element here. You know, they could be spending time with somebody else, and yet they still feel drawn to you, perhaps. So it's coming through as a confirmation that, yes, they are stalking your social media pages, perhaps. Okay, so let's grab some additional messages and see what about it. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know? Definitely coming through with a third-party element right there. Okay, Three of Swords. So even though he's checking out your social media pages, he's still doing something that's creating separation for the two of you. And yeah, of course, this is hurting you to know that. But this Nine of Wands is also telling you that despite what's happening between you and your Libra, you will overcome this and be able to welcome in this energy of the sun. But you need to be able to do the work to get yourself there. And that's why we've got that little image of the sun right in that card. You've got these dark clouds right here, possibly representing that tower moment. But just know that you will overcome this type of heartbreak, okay? Allow that cycle to complete. I feel this is a crucial time for the World card to show up because there are new cycles. Look at this. The Ace of Cups showing up again. You've got that popping up twice here. So you're being directed onto someone else, somebody new. Okay, this could turn into long-term commitment with this person. It could lead towards marriage. It could lead towards a beautiful life with somebody where you really can find happiness. You've also got the Six of Wands. So this is victory. This is success for you when it comes to love, when it comes to romance. Can this pertain to you and your Libra? Of course. But it falls on the decision that they make when it comes to this scenario for the two of you. If they choose wisely, if they choose the right path that will lead them back to you, then absolutely this can represent the two of you. But if not, then you're being directed onto a very different chapter of your life where you can find somebody else, okay? Thank you so much, Susie. I just saw your comment. Thank you. We've got the Three of Wands, finding direction. Three of Wands can certainly represent planning for the future, making a decision as to what it is that you're wanting, you know, looking ahead rather than focusing on the past and what's going on here with your Libra. That is what I'm feeling with this. So it's time to take a break, you know, Four of Swords. It's time to put this to rest in a way and let it go. If it really is meant to come back to you, it will. And it may just very well come full circle because, let me dig it out of here. Remember that Judgment card? Well, here we are again. So when it comes to your Libra, they have to wake up. If they miss the opportunity to do anything about this, then you're going to move on, or at least that's what you're being guided to do. Because if they miss out on the opportunity, there's somebody else who's going to come in to fill that empty void in your life to be able to find you that energy of the sun where you really can be happy. Okay, so I will leave that there, but it does seem that, yeah, they're checking out your social media, but they're not willing to really do much else about it because I feel there could be someone else in the picture in the meantime. Okay, so I'll leave that there. We can always take a look at the energy in a future live stream if you want to do a follow-up on that one. Okay, thank you so very much for your question. All right, Nick, let me go ahead and just prepare my desk for your reading here. Give me 1 second. And thank you guys, everybody that has taken the time to join us. We appreciate it very much. Okay. So many cards here. Let me just make sure I'm putting them in the right order. And then we'll start with your reading, Nick. You're so very welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you. Esnad, thank you. All right, Nick, you're up next. Okay. Okay. General love forecast for you, Aquarius. Okay, be happy to do that for you. So let's grab some insight here. I'm guided to pull from my dating scene oracle. Just to clarify, Nick, are you single right now? Or did you want me to focus on a particular someone? So let me know, please, when you get a second. Do we have anyone else after Nick? Cam? Okay. Okay. Nick, are you here? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the energies here for your general love forecast, but I just wanted to see if there's anyone in particular I need to check on for you. Okay, well, if you are single, let's see what is either coming towards you or what you need to watch out for. All right, so angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Nick, Aquarius energy. Okay, this is an interesting card. Boring, no personality, dull disposition. When you're in the dating scene, of course, you're going to make connections with people where you're just not vibing with that person. So you could certainly experience that, especially if you're single and really wanting to connect with people. Not every single one of those connections will be compatible for you. Okay, and you might find some of those connections could be downright boring, and that's okay. You know, time to move on. Let's see what else. What else, please, for Nick, Aquarius? Sociable, easily approachable. That could, of course, be reflective off of the people that you find when you connect, but it could also be you, you know, giving off that energy where you're easily approachable to people. This could also represent social media, okay? Let's see. What else, please? What else? Workaholic, no time to play. So going back to if you are not in a relationship right now, maybe you're dedicating a lot of your time and energy towards work, towards your career. Work could be boring. Perhaps you're looking to find love, but maybe just haven't had the opportunity to find that. Okay. Look at this though. The next card is a love-struck divine feminine. Card after that is the one. So I feel you certainly have the capability to find love. Okay, being able to find the one. So let's see what else we can learn with some tarot here. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know? What do we need to know for Nick Aquarius, please? Look at this, 10 of Cups. That could take you back to this connection, the one, that divine love, somebody that you have great compatibility with. It's got sustaining power. This is somebody that can be with you for the rest of your life. You know, so if you haven't found this person as of yet, we do have a love-struck divine feminine who could be the one for you. So that's amazing, and how that's representing itself. There could be marriage, perhaps, somewhere down the line for you. You certainly have new love on the horizon. Or, again, if you're in a relationship already, or maybe possibly in separation, there's the possibility towards starting again. There could be a reunion if that's what it is that you're focused on. But if not, if you're single, there is the possibility that you will make that once-in-a-lifetime love connection and be able to find love and to be able to be completely happy. Okay, when it comes to your love life, it does seem that things are finally taking a turn for the better. Something's changing. You know, it's like the winds of change. Something is shifting in your life here. That's a good energy. That's good luck right there. That's a part of your destiny. Okay, so this is your energy coming in as the Emperor. So I feel you're in full control of what's ahead of you, and certainly to be able to move forward from situations that just have not worked. There could certainly be lessons that you need to learn as far as prior experiences. And because of those lessons, you are dedicated and devoted and committed to the one when you meet this person, if you haven't already. So there has to be balance between your work environment as well as your love life, perhaps. Okay, look at this. You've got the Lover's card. So you could also connect with another air sign here. So Gemini representing that. We've got Taurus, all sorts of signs, Aries coming through. Okay, so I feel part of the choice that you would end up making is deciding who this person would be, you know, but if you haven't made that connection yet, this is what's coming towards you. This is somebody that will be very attracted to you. It could be certainly mutual, the chemistry. This is someone who will fall madly crazy in love with you. I mean, love struck is what's presenting itself here. Wow. So even though you've experienced ups and downs maybe in your romantic life, okay, we do have the Five of Cups. Maybe you've lost out on relationships where you really felt like you found the ultimate partner. Maybe it didn't work out. So even though you've had your heart broken perhaps, or maybe you're the one that ended up breaking someone's heart, it could go either way. But there's this opportunity to close the door on those experiences and welcome in new opportunities in love, and I feel it's coming for you. So moving forward, I feel your love life could certainly be very romantic, all right, and being able to find a very compatible match for you. So that looks great. Here's our Tower. So this represents relationships that didn't work out. Okay, but again, it could be a blessing that it didn't work out because it leads you towards the one that you really are meant to be with. So that's great the way that's coming through. All right, let's grab another card here. And you've got the Three of Wands. Makes sense for me. After having learned lessons from relationships that didn't work, all you can do is look towards your future anyway, right? Your finances look pretty amazing as well with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, we do see the workaholic reference. Just bring balance into your life though. Make sure you do have time for enjoyment, time to play, as well as dedicating time towards your career and finances. There has to be balance there in order for you to ensure that you're happy and that you're not burning the candle at both ends. But from a love life perspective, the Ten of Pentacles looks very positive as well. This represents your perfect match, okay? The one, truly meant to connect with somebody that can offer you the happiness and the security in your love life. You guys could both be quite successful in your individual careers as well, maybe. So here you are with the Ace of Wands. You're being given a new opportunity at love and to be able to connect with somebody where there's a lot of potential there. It's worth investing your time in this person. So you're representing the divine masculine energy here, and you could connect with a love-struck divine feminine who could ultimately be the one that you end up, for example, getting married to this person, you know, living together, sharing a home, starting a family, all of the milestones that you would want with someone. Okay, you can have that. This represents that beautiful divine love. So that's what's coming in for you, Nick. That looks pretty darn amazing. Looks good. All right, so I'll leave that there. Anyone else? No. All right, so I think we have gone through all of the personal mini reading requests today, guys. Thank you so very much for everybody that tuned in, took the time to listen and wait for your reading, and hopefully there was something in the general love forecast as well that you were able to relate to. If you guys have any questions, feel free to go ahead and send us an email at celestialforecasts@gmail.com. Oop, I see another request here. Meg B would love to know how Sean, Scorpio, is feeling about me, Cancer us, and where this relationship is going. Absolutely. I'd love to take a look at that for you. Okay, so let's look at Sean's divine masculine energy here. All right. Alrighty. So angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Sean, Scorpio, and the connection with Meg B, Cancer. So what's going on with Sean? Ooh, we've got the soulmate card coming through. So feeling that soul connection. And look at the next card. We've got the divine partnership card. We have fantasize coming through as well. So there could certainly be the sexual chemistry there. I don't know if you guys are together at this point in time, but the attraction, it's there. Look at the next card. We've got sacred union. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some confirmation here with tarot, okay? Okay. So yes, you guys are in separation. Okay. Well, if that is the case, there certainly is the possibility towards coming back into union. We do have the Fool, so there's the opportunity to kind of hit the reset button and start again, you know? This could be an indication of some of the disagreements and arguments that you guys have had and why there is a wedge here, you know? So that kind of makes sense for me since you've confirmed that you guys are not together. There's the opportunity to start again, because what I'm feeling from Sean is, despite the distance and time apart, he feels drawn to you still. You know, can't deny that one. You guys are connected in the soul right there. Let's see, let's see. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this can be an indication that things are going to improve. Things are going to get better. Okay. Oh, you guys are together. Okay, so you're not in separation. Okay, gotcha. So here's the thing. We still see the disagreements. Are you guys having issues right now? Are you guys fighting, disagreeing on certain things? If that is the case, it does seem here that things can improve and get better. Or it could just be an indication that there's a lot of very nice energies presenting itself here. There could be an ultimate positive outcome as far as marriage, if that's something that you guys are looking to bring forward. Okay, so we do have the Six of Pentacles. That's a good energy, honestly, because I feel you guys are both giving to each other. And no relationship is perfect, even though you guys might not be having any issues right now. This could be an indication of not seeing eye to eye on certain things, but I feel overall the energy is good. You know, it does look good as far as what you guys can have in the future, where you guys are at currently. The chemistry certainly is representing itself there. Okay. Do you find that he is more of the romantic type individual? Because it could be picking up off of that Knight of Cups. Let's see. And just the fact that you guys are both water signs, cups representing water energy. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that's coming through. More beautiful cards. So we've got Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Three of Cups coming through. He's very romantic. It's coming through right there. So this could also represent a future proposal of marriage, of course. We've got the Sacred Union. We see the image right there, bride and groom. So there's references to the possibility of getting married someday. Okay, and then we do have the Ace of Pentacles, which can represent something like a solid offer of commitment that could lead towards marriage. Could be something like that. And look at the next card. We've got the Ten of Cups. So that's really hard to ignore because we're seeing references to marriage that is representing itself here. Bride and groom, romantic proposal, you know, equality, equal give and take between partnerships. We've got the Divine Partnership card. You guys are connecting as soulmates. Ace of Pentacles. Amazing. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Nick. Thank you. Okay. And then the Empress. You represent that Empress. That's amazing how that's coming forward. So he certainly sees you as this beautiful Empress. And you guys can not only can you have this happiness of getting married someday, but there is the possibility of starting a family if that's something that you would like. Also coming through with the Lovers card, another reference to soulmates. So it really is coming forward as a very nice, compatible union here, a partnership. Can't ignore that one. So the chemistry, the attraction, the love, the sexual chemistry, it's all presenting itself here. And the Lovers card, as I've mentioned earlier, it is a card of choices and decisions. So if you guys decide later on, it's like, hey, let's move things towards long-term commitment, let's get married, let's really explore where this could go long-term, then all of those things are possible. You're also coming through with the energy of the High Priestess. Maybe intuitively, Meg, you're already picking up off of that the possibility of what the future has in store looks really nice. And then you've got the Ace of Wands representing really good news when it comes to the two of you. It could be something that develops over time, that you're able to really create a life together. Really nice energy. Let's see what else here. Look at that. Now we've got the Two of Cups, true love. I mean, honestly, all of the cards that are representing itself in your reading look amazing. And this is the final card that I was going to pull, which is the Sun. So happiness, success, you know, it almost looks like a fairy tale the way this is presenting itself here. Joy, contentment, fulfillment. It looks good. So this is a connection perhaps that really can go the distance. And you guys have what it takes to represent the model couple in a way, you know, where everything just looks very compatible. You guys are a perfect match, I would have to say. Just the way that it's presenting itself there, it looks good. Okay, so I hope that helps. Meg, you know, there's nothing challenging that I'm seeing here. I feel the compatibility and what you guys have in store moving forward. It all looks amazing. You know, this is perhaps the only challenging card that popped up, the Five of Swords, but that's nothing of concern. I feel all couples have that. And for the most part, you guys check all the boxes. Okay, so I'll leave that there. It looks really good. Okay, so I think that's our last one. Cameron, thank you guys so much, everybody that took the time to request a reading here today. And of course, we'll go ahead and announce the next one. Timing for a proposal? Sure. Yeah. Let's go ahead and grab that. Give me 1 second. Let me grab that deck. Where is that deck? Usually I can find it right off the bat. Here we are. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and grab a time frame, okay? All right, proposal. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the connection between Sean, Scorpio, and Meg, Cancer. Please give us a time frame, possible time frames for a proposal. Okay. Have patience, it's on its way. Let's see. And then we've got autumn season. So who knows, that could happen this autumn season, latter half of this year, or it could happen on a future year, not necessarily 2023. So if it doesn't happen this year, it could certainly be maybe next year, but it's on its way to you. So that's your time frame. Hopefully that pans out and how it's representing itself here, but it certainly is on its way to you no matter what. All right, Meg, so thank you so much again for your question. All right, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. And again, thank you to everybody that took the time to join us. And check out any other announcements that we will have in the community tab here on, I can't speak, here on YouTube, as well as on my Instagram page. So if you don't follow me there, definitely do. We post a lot of announcements on there. Okay, thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Take care.